have.
This one.
I can feel energy returning to me slowly.
There it is. You can feel energy returning? That's good.
Yeah. I was a zombie all day.
Oh god. Bless you.
No, I didn't sneeze though.
Look at you, fanatic. Look at you, a fanatic about racists.
Who fucking said that?
Sim.
So finally somebody gets me.
Oh, there you are. Oh shit.
That's
wait,
me.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
me.
oh.
Sticky bomb.
Lemon boy.
Lemon boy.
Lemon boy. You should fight racism, amazing.
gotta make sure.
Oh my god.
Gotta make sure she has to stop with the casual racism. It's time to go pro.
Fuck.
Hey, Barco.
Time to go pro.
Time to go pro. Mate.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Server not
gonna
notifying.
ping-
Don't worry, it usually takes a minute. Server usually takes like fucking 5 minutes for sometimes. Or something. Some of the time. Server be a bitch. I think Carlbot's just slacking. I gotta slap him around a little bit.
Gotta slap him around a little bit.
Yeah, remind the clinker of who he serves. Hi.
Time to go competitive as the top 1%.
Hi.
Showing you the roads. Oh my god. Hi,
Gosh.
Barco.
Country roads, take me home. How the hell do I accept? Oh, what the hell? It came and then it went like a angel in the night.
Racists never fade.
Wait, it popped up for a second and then it went away. Why did that?
Hold on, do you want me to do it
Accept
again?
request. Oh, hold on. Cooking.
Oh?
We're cooking.
Oh, there
Oh
we
my god, it cooked. Holy shit, it actually worked on the first try for once. Oh my god, we are nutso. I'm a professional VTuber extraordinaire.
VTuber.
VTuber.
A professional VTuber.
Len is a professional
Len is a
ranked
professional.
racist.
He told me himself, oh my god.
When it comes to racing, no one's as racist as me. I gotta stop saying shit. I'm gonna get banned. If I speak, I am banned for 6 months.
Mods, clip that!
No, mods, hey, mods, stop. I already have the misogyny clip on here. I can't, you can't pair it with the racism. I'm gonna hit every stereotype. The what? Oh.
What?
We were, fuck, I forget what we were talking about. But Belkis made a joke in chat, and I said, hey guys, stop being misogynistic without me. And then I think someone clipped that. And then, and now I'm gonna have, when it comes to racing, I'm a racist. No, I'm gonna, chat clip again. Nah, there was, just use that old one. That one had more soul in it.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited for you to learn about NASCAR. I'm so excited.
I don't know a single thing about NASCAR.
I know. It's just the best. It's the best. It's more passionate about misogyny.
Oh, Christ.
You know, jack of all trades, but you have your specialties. You're the greatest 36 races. Holy shit. All right, so rule number 1 of NASCAR.
Okay.
They go left a lot.
They go left a lot.
They go left a lot, yeah. So most of the time, usually, because there's like 36 races on a schedule, plus there is an exhibition race at the before the season starts, which is like it doesn't count for the season. It's just kind of like, you know, getting out of the off season. They're gonna do like a short race. It's kind of put on a show for it. Like there's concerts and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an all-star race where it's anyone who's won or is like a past champion all race in that race. So it's kind of like an invitational kind of thing. So 38 races. 32 of them they turn only left at. 5 of them they turn right.
Oh wait, so like if they turn right, they're probably gonna crash or something.
They're probably gonna hit a wall pretty bad, yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure this will go into it because Empleman makes really good NASCAR videos. I'm a little upset that I watched most of them on stream before trying to get you into it, because I'm trying to get fans or the Sour Tarts into NASCAR to mixed results. And by mixed results I mean I don't think there have been any results, but I can talk about it. So this is how it works, because I just make them listen to me talk about race cars for 2 hours at a time.
I just like that there was like this one edit, like this one Uma Musume edit of like the F1 Formula races.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, it was like an Uma Musume like opening or something, but it was like with the Formula 1 drivers, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I actually thought it was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah. So one of the goals I have on like the 1.0 is that I want to learn how to draw a little better, obviously, before I get there. But I want to design Uma Musume based on NASCAR drivers. And I think it would be super easy, not easy in terms of like talent, but like I have ideas already. Because I want to do like, you know, like Dale Earnhardt has like a very iconic black, red, and silver car. So that would be a really nice scheme to have, like a girl with like black hair and like red eyes and like wears like black and white as like an outfit. Or you have like Jeff Gordon, who had like a very, you could go like, he has like 2 eras. One where he had like a rainbow on his car, and then another where he had blue flames. So you could have like a redhead who has like fire theming to her. Draw the cars for the Umas. Make the racers into Umas. Yeah. I'll make Dale Earnhardt's Uma have a thick mustache. But funnily enough, I believe, from what I know, because like I said, I tried to learn as little about this video as I could because I've been so excited to watch it. I think this goes into like the bad aspects of the sport. Like so for the last like 12 years, no, 11 years, because it changed this year, they had a really stupid way to crown a champion. And this is gonna, I think, dive into that, because it's talking about this dude named Austin Dillon, who's kind of, whenever he wins, it's like in a fucking wild way, and he's only won like 5 or 6 races in his career, but every time he does so, it's like fucking wild whenever it happens. And like he just has such a crazy yeah, Dillon has plot armor. He kind of does, I'm not gonna lie, because his grandfather is the owner of his race team, so he kind of does have plot armor. But it's really good. I'm really excited. Empleman has really good NASCAR videos. And he's not. I
did notice it's from Empleman. Yeah. I like Empleman.
Lemon. Yeah. Lemon. Yeah. Empleman. It's funny because I mean, obviously you know him, but it's like he does videos on everything, and then once in a while he's like NASCAR. Okay, I'm not going to talk about NASCAR for like another year or 2. Yeah. But he did a video on, I think, Monday Night Raw, and I don't care at all about wrestling, and I was fucking hooked on it. Like I was like fully locked in on this wrestling video, and I never once cared about it, other than like I used to have like a Stone Cold Steve Austin action figure when I was a mini lemon.
Oh.
But that was about all I knew.
I don't know. I forget which video it was that I watched Emp Lemon for. It was like his most famous video, I'm pretty sure.
Was on Spunky Bub?
Probably Spunky Bub.
Spunky Bub. Bubble e Pongy. Popular. It was the Melee one. Oh, and Sympathy for the Villain. And yeah, it's like he has this crazy fucking repertoire of videos.
That's the one. It's the Leafy's Hair YouTube geographic.
Oh, that was a good one too. Yeah.
That one was a good one.
That one was solid. Yeah, but like all of it, it's crazy. Like all, like so many of the sports ones are up here, and then like how many are like NASCAR related? Because like, it's crazy. Didn't Emp Lemon used to make YouTube poops? Yes, he did way back in the day. Yeah, he used to make YouTube poops a long time ago, I believe. Yeah, YouTube.
What about
poop.
NASCAR?
That's old. Yeah, 15 years ago. That Meme Fortress, Corey in the House videos, like back when that was a meme. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and now he makes some of the best like video essays on the platform.
Also, hi Knives.
Knives. Hello, Knives. What about NASCAR? It is. It's actually insane character development. Right. But I will probably over-explain everything in this video. I'll be like, so this is why this happened.
That is fine.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Hi Byte, hi Len, hi Barco, hi Sim, hi World.
Wow.
Hi World. Hello. If you don't win, he's gonna blow up the world. Do it, Speed. Do it for the world. And hold on, I have them. All right. This is what I've been very excited to. Holding off now. What is the title of this video anyway? NASCAR's most chaotic driver. There you go. All right, shut up, background music. Oh, wow, you're loud.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another iconic moment in NASCAR history. Now, ordinarily, I would just
kissing in
explain
chat
what's about
in
to
front of the
happen on screen
NASCAR
here,
race?
But today, we're gonna try something a
What
little
if we kissed in
different.
the NASCAR race?
What you're watching is the final lap of the 2012 Nationwide Series race at Daytona. And if you haven't seen this before, I'd like you to try and predict which of these drivers ends up winning. To make things easier, let's take a look at some of our challengers.
So Nationwide is like a
Leading the
feeder
field is
series
the 2004 Cup Series
to the like the
champion
main
What's the
cup.
feeder
Busch,
series?
with no
So-
one in front of him.
So the Cup Series is like the top league. So it's like the best of the best in the sport.
Okay.
And feeder series are like the developmental leagues. So there's like local, like regional stuff where pretty much a mom and pop can apply for a NASCAR license, which is like $1,000 I think right now. And then
Okay.
you have to field a car, and then you just race on dirt in local areas, and then you can kind of go up that way and then stuff. But then like the top four, it goes like baseline, like low of the low in the top series is like there's the ARCA series, then there's the Truck series, then there's this one, which is they call it the Xfinity in here, and then it's the Cup, and that's the best of the best. Eat dirt? What? Don't eat dirt. No, don't do that. You have to race
I
on
used
dirt.
to eat that.
You really? How was it?
Yeah.
Crunchy?
I used to eat. Well, no. So it wasn't specifically dirt, but it was pebbles.
What?
Yeah, I used to eat pebbles.
I think that made it a little worse. What? Why did you eat pebbles?
I don't know. I was just a stupid like kid. Like I was just a stupid kid, and I used to eat pebbles.
I had a fear when I was growing up, because I had been exposed to shows like America's Most Wanted, like crime shows like that. And I remember like very vividly there was one where it was like, and this man killed this other guy with a rock. And my childhood brain was like, if a rock hits you in the head, you're gonna die. Like clearly that's how it works. And I was in the backyard one day and I had like a wiffle ball bat, like a plastic baseball bat. And I was like chucking rocks in the air, like little handheld rocks in the air. And I was like trying to hit them with the bat into my backyard. And one like tipped off the bat and like flew towards my head. And I was like, this is it. I'm gonna fucking die. And it clocked me on the head. And I was like, oh, that just kind of hurt a little, but I guess I didn't die, huh? Interesting.
That's funny.
I was convinced I was a gunner. Yeah, so this is the second series, or this is the last series just before you get to the top of NASCAR.
He has the shortest pathway to victory.
He lives to tell
Right
us that
behind Kurt is his brother Kyle Busch, a future two-time Cup champion and winner of more than 200 races across NASCAR's top 3 series.
Oh yeah, see, he explains
Over
it there.
100 of those wins came in the series he's
look at
currently
that.
competing
That's actually a
in
way
at
better
this
way
moment. So
for
there's
me
pretty
to
good
explain
odds
it.
that
I should
this
just let
might
this guy
be one
talk
of them.
sometimes.
Gaining on the two Busch brothers is Joey Logano, a future 3-time Cup champion and the youngest winner in NASCAR history. With his current momentum, he should be able to pass the 2 leaders before the finish line. Logano is being pushed by Trevor Bayne, who lacks the career accolades of the 3 drivers in front of him, but does know his way around Daytona. In fact, he enters today's race as the defending winner of NASCAR's most prestigious event, the Daytona 500.
Daytona
And
500 is a
finally,
big deal.
rounding out the top 5 with a full head of steam.
It's like the
is
most
Tony
historic
Stewart,
race in
the
history.
reigning
Oh,
That was-
shit, it's the
champion
blue
and
car
the winner of this
from
exact
Cars.
event the last 4 consecutive seasons.
That
It
is
seems
Richard
like
Petty.
No matter what happens, Tony always
but-
finds a way to come out of this thing on top. These are your contenders, some of the
It's
most
the
elite
blue
talents
car.
the
Oh,
sport
hold on,
has
wait.
ever
I'll
seen.
show you something. Hold on. I'll show you the Richard Petty blue. That was a Pontiac, I think. No, that was a Thunderbird. Is it a Thunderbird? Dodge.
Wait, it is. Where's McQueen?
It was a Plymouth. Plymouth, that's it. McQueen. I'll tell you where McQueen is actually. He's kind of based on on Dale Jr. And I'll show you that car next. So this is what the actual car from real life, which the King from Cars was based on.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is the real one that raced in the 60s and 70s. And he is
Like, that's
considered
so
the
cool.
king. Yeah, I like that's why I love Cars so much, Cars 1 and Cars 3, because it takes so much from NASCAR history. Cars was so good they made it in real life. They did. They really did. And then Lightning McQueen was kind of based on the most popular driver at the time, which was Dale Earnhardt Jr. And his car looked like picture of it. His car looked like that. So you can see where they got the inspiration for Lightning McQueen with
I
the
can
all
see
red.
where the eyes came
And the
from.
eyes,
Wow.
yeah. It was the Chevy back that raced when Cars was made. Yes.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah. That's why I love Cars so much. I wish Disney wouldn't hunt me down if I watched Cars on stream, because I just want to watch fucking Cars and just fucking gush
You just
about
wanna
it.
watch Cars
I just
now.
want to watch Cars. I just want to watch Cars and Cars 3. It's so good. Cars 2 never existed. So
A
it doesn't matter about
Daytona
that.
victory is at stake. And remember,
Mhm.
everyone wants to win at Daytona.
Mhm.
All that's left to do is see who crosses the line first.
A squeeze to the outside wall. Trouble in the corner. Hard, vicious crash. Who gets through to win the race? Caution flag has just been called. The
Like,
race
none of them
leader is
won?
James Butcher in the 30 car.
No, they did.
So,
None of those
everyone
like top
was
10
predicting
cars.
The winner. Did any of you happen to pick the guy in 11th place who cruised to victory after every single driver in front of him crashed? This is
Wait, that's
James
kinda
Butcher.
crazy.
Before
Yeah?
today, he had never won a NASCAR race, and most people had no idea who he
What?
was. But now, he enters the record books as a Daytona winner, besting some of the greatest drivers to ever race in the sport. At the end of the day, all the talent, experience, and championships didn't end up mattering.
Wait, why did
Today's winner
Wait,
just
why did the yellow one just decide to get involved? Wait, what did the yellow one do? Hold on. I got
predicting the win.
Butcher to win the race to the outside wall.
Hey.
Trouble
Why
in the
did he
corner.
just decide to get
Vicious
involved?
crash.
What
Who
the
gets
fuck?
Oh yeah, he just went whoop.
Caution flag has just been called. The race
It looked like he got hit on the side, so he probably bent an
So,
axle, like
when
bent the
everyone was
axle,
predicting
and he
the
couldn't
winner,
control his car.
Did any of you happen to pick the guy in 11th place?
One seen
who
a good
cruised
video
to
about the
victory
Cars
after
2,
every
the
single
2 Cars
driver
movie,
in
including the
front of
fan
them
film?
crashed? This is
It was like the
James
Lonesome
Bush's
Tug
before today,
made
he
one
had
was really
never won
good.
a NASCAR
Overcorrected,
race,
yeah.
and most people had no
It is
idea
crazy.
who
Oh
he
my god,
was.
there's so many
But
good
now,
finishes in
he enters
NASCAR.
the record books as a
Oh my god, I
Daytona
could do a
winner,
whole stream on just
besting
my
some of the
favorite.
greatest
That's
drivers to
wild.
ever race in the sport. At the end of the day,
There was
all
one.
the talent,
Alright.
experience, and championships.
Uh-oh, he's going crazy again. So there's the one good finish, me. So there was a crazy flip that happened this last week in the Xfinity series. It was like literally right off the front, but it was kind of funny the way it happened because it like no one was reacting because they were looking at another car that had spun out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on, I don't want that. I just want the actual one. Give me the highlights.
Wait, this is NASCAR, right? That is
That different from F1?
F1, or are they
Yes.
the same thing?
Yes.
Wait, that different?
Yeah, F1's different than NASCAR. So there is a bunch of different racing series around the world. So NASCAR is an acronym, and it's the National Association for Stock Car Automobile Racing, which means these cars, even though they're not really, they're stock cars, which means they're supposed to be cars that like are just picked up at the lot at a dealership and just put on the track. They're not, because a lot of engineering goes into it and all that shit. But there's F1, which is a worldwide touring series, and they don't race on ovals. They only race on road courses, which a road course is a place where you turn left and right. And they usually race on street circuits. So there's Monaco, there's Miami, there's Las Vegas. And there's other stuff, but that is considered, F1 is considered like the greatest drivers in the world because it is a worldwide series.
Wow.
That's different. Yes. So those are fully allowed to be. They have like a body type that they're like supposed to follow, but those engineers are allowed to do just about anything. Like that is all about showing off the kind of engineering and researching you can do. So like the top teams in that are like Mercedes. I don't know if Mercedes is still good right now. I don't follow F1 so much. But then like Red Bull is in there, and then America just got in there with Cadillac, I believe, or they're going to be. But they haven't had an American team. Yeah. The cars always look good. They did. I have like a whole. I got at Costco. They had like a little diecast set, and I got like the Red Bull team. Did I get the Red Bull team? Yeah, I think I got the Red Bull team for my birthday, like last year or the year before. I very much min-maxing speed. Yes, and that's all about precision too. So it's like if you miss like slightly too much of a turn, it's gonna cost you a lot. Unlucky Tug. Yeah. That was the one that did the Cars movies. Yeah. That was really good. Good video. Monster car. You want this monster car? Good. Oh, and then IndyCar is like an American version of Formula One, where they have similar style cars, but they only race in America and they go on ovals. It's all about the engineering. Now you got me. Yes, it is. The engineering is very important. Don't say it like that. Monster, the drink. Oh. All right, this was what I was gonna talk about. So this one, it was like on the second lap, like the race had just started. This was this past weekend, and like all the announcers are like, "Oh no, a car's spinning out." And it's like, "Oh darn, sucks for this guy," and they get jump scared. Yeah, yeah, this guy's just fucking going for a spin. Yeah, he's just like, boop, I'm gonna spawn in upside down. And it's not at a track that typically like flips happen. How often are these races? How long are they? NASCAR has a race every weekend. They have 3 most of the time. Truck Series are a little infrequent. They only have like 20 races a year, and then Xfinity is usually like a little more, so it's like something like 25 or 26. And then NASCAR has the 38 races. And most of the time, NASCAR starts in February, and it will be the week before the Super Bowl. Let me break it down. Let me break this down for you. Also, hi, no name.
I know name.
So they start like the week before the Super Bowl, and that's their little exhibition race. And then the Daytona 500 is like, it's the biggest race of the year, but it's the first race. And that starts in February. And then aside from Easter Sunday, there is a race just about every single weekend until about early to mid-November, depending on how the schedule falls.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Can I get some buffalo chicken dip at the Super Bowl?
Didn't end up mattering.
Howdy.
Today's winner just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Watch this.
Take a look at this real time. Now they're coming down the backstretch.
They fan out. They're at least 5 wide right here. Mike Skinner's going to make some contact with Mike Wallace.
Whoa.
NASCAR is chaotic. It's
How long
probably
are
the
they?
most
It
chaotic
depends.
motorsport
Whoa.
in the world. You'd think that a racing
NASCAR-
series where drivers only have to worry about turning one direction would be pretty simple and straightforward, but that's hardly the case at all. In
Cup
fact,
series can be like 3
frustrating stuff
hours.
like this
Affinity's
happens all
usually
the
like
time
2,
in
or sorry, the
NASCAR.
O'Reilly series
If you
now.
watch long enough,
And then the
you'll
truck series usually
eventually
like an
come
hour,
to
hour and a half
expect
maybe,
it.
depending
But
on the
how
race.
exactly did this sport get so chaotic? It's a long story, but luckily, there is one driver who can help us navigate through this whole mess. Because all along in this very race, an agent of chaos has been lurking. Disorder seems to follow him wherever he goes, and in the next several years, his presence will usher in an age
I'll
of
win, not
anarchy
drive.
that no one knew was possible.
Dylan.
It turns out
Dylan,
that chaos
this
happens to be the
motherfucker
subject
is
of
responsible for
considerable
all of it.
scientific study. Its properties are especially important to industries attempting to
The
predict
most
the
chaotic
future.
racist,
Understanding
Dylan.
chaos could provide major breakthroughs in finance, logistics, and numerous other disciplines
Oh, I love that episode of
society
Futurama.
depends on to function.
I've never watched all of
Perhaps the most
Futurama.
famous
I've only watched a
principle
handful of
chaos
episodes. I
theory
really need
is
to.
the
Futurama.
butterfly effect, which dictates how tiny
was that? You
changes
cut
in
out
the
for a sec.
system may produce drastic
We
differences
should watch
in the future.
Futurama.
The implications of this are profound.
I'd watch it.
And have far-reaching consequences.
I watched, like, one of the
in just
specials
about
and I really
anything you
liked
can
it.
Imagine, including stock car racing. One of NASCAR's biggest butterfly effects was set in motion during the 1969 Talladega
Nice.
500. Conveniently, this race also offers us a look into the chaotic origins of the sport itself.
Oh, I
From the
need to
very
do-
beginning, NASCAR has served as a battleground for the eternal
It's true.
struggle between law and disorder.
Oh yeah, back in the day
entire history
when
of
NASCAR first
NASCAR
started, they
can be
used to
traced
race on
back
like
to
the beaches
something
of
frequently
Daytona.
found at all of its
So that's why it's
races:
like so important.
drunk people.
Oh, drunk people.
Yeah! Woo! That's me! Get representation, baby!
Lawmakers decided that alcohol was causing too much chaos around the nation.
There was
So they-
okay, so when I went to races because I used to live really close to a racetrack where they had NASCAR races, and obviously I couldn't drink when I was like, 10 back in the 1950s. And I could obviously never get drunk there. And then I went to a race again for the first time since I could drink. So this was obviously, like 50 years ago. And I went and I got drunk off of beer, and it was so fucking fun. I had a blast. I was like, I already love this sport, but now I'm drunk and I'm right next to the cars. This is awesome.
passed a
It was
constitutional
life-changing.
amendment banning the sale of all liquor, unwilling to
Boo.
depart from their way of life. The drunks sought what they desired from the black market. In the southeast, this market would be
Oh, yeah,
fulfilled
NASCAR
by
came from
moonshiners who
moonshine.
forged their own
Illegal
bootleg
moonshiners,
distilleries
yeah.
far away from city limits. Once the contraband was
One of
produced,
the, I'm sure he'll talk about it, but one of the most successful owners in NASCAR in history, and drivers too, his name was Junior Johnson. He got his start because he would try to, history mentioned, yeah. I think this is also why I love NASCAR so much, because I like going into the history of it too. He would like remove the windshield wiper, and he would like duct tape over headlights and just like use aerodynamics to try and get like an extra like 5 miles an hour more, but it was more than the cops could do, so he would just outrun them on like the back roads of like North Carolina. He was legend.
it had
Oh, and I went to the museum here, like I went to the NASCAR Hall of Fame museum, and they have like moonshine distilleries like in there on display with all the history that goes into it. It's so fucking cool.
to be
Love
transported
alcohol.
back into town for sale and distribution. The problem was that the road back to civilization was often infested with cops waiting to catch any illicit deliveries. Drivers soon found the solution, upgrading their personal vehicles to outrun police cruisers. After decades of racing the cops, the moonshiners started racing each other. Unsanctioned competitions started to pop up around the country to see who had the most power under the hood. But these early races were often dysfunctional, with little to no oversight. Enter Bill
The motherfucker
France,
was like
a man with a
5
vision
feet
for
from
the
a flipping
future of
car.
stock car racing. Starting in 1948, he helps consolidate these disorganized events into a national touring series with guaranteed payouts and a scoring system to crown an overall champion. This new
You don't
league
need an
would be known
engineer
as NASCAR. From
to
the very
run with
beginning,
some
it
illegal
wasn't much
booze in
more
your
than
trunk.
organized chaos. So what does all this have to do with one summer day in 1969? Well,
Nice.
the complex interplay
69?
between order and chaos would continue.
She's
shaping
like, "Whoa, I'm
NASCAR far
refocused."
into the future. The new sport
Now
proved
you-
quite popular with drivers and spectators alike.
You had
As
my
the sole owner and
curiosity,
chairman of
but
the
now you
venture,
have my
Big Bill
attention.
had
Now
found
it's his
himself
peak.
with a lucrative proposition. If stock car racing kept growing, it would pay off very well for him and his family. But how do you convince the average Joe to watch a bunch of cars drive in circles? The answer: build the biggest, fastest circle in the world. Bill France
What?
foresaw that
Yeah.
NASCAR's path to prosperity existed on a fine line between
This man was a
competition
genius.
and spectacle. And so, he began to invest heavily in the
America.
entertainment
Hell
value
yeah.
of the sport. He constructed new circuits that were borderline experimental. Higher speeds, bigger accidents, more risk, and more reward. This all culminated with NASCAR's ultimate behemoth.
Watch people play with a ball.
Talladega
What's wrong with
Superspeedway,
watching cars?
Scheduled to open
Wait,
in
that is
September
huge.
of 1969. But before the inaugural
It's fucking
race,
wild.
there was
I want to
a
go to it so
problem.
badly.
Wow.
The racing surface was too fast for the tires to handle. After numerous blowouts in practice,
It's like on my
most
bucket list to go to a
drivers
Talladega
feared
race.
conditions were
Which
too
Talladega is this
dangerous to
weekend.
race.
If there's anyone in
Just
chat who
like
wants to watch
that,
the race, you should.
NASCAR had reached an impasse. The quest for spectacle had driven a wedge between the competitors and the sanctioning body. Something had to give.
The aura these
and
racers
when
have and
confronted
see.
with the
Yeah,
possibility of
they did
canceling
have
the
aura
event,
back in the day.
Bill
Now they're
France
kind of.
insisted that the
Some of
show
them have
must go
aura.
on.
Some of them are
When
kind of
faced with a
sauceless though.
chaotic situation, NASCAR had
When I got
decided
into
to
NASCAR
double
in like the
down.
early
What
or like the
followed
mid
was, to this
2000s,
day,
they all
the
had
only
some
large-scale
crazy
driver
fucking aura.
boycott of any NASCAR event. Nearly every star competitor refused to show up for race day.
That's
Their
the
absence
king
would
right
create
there.
A unique opportunity to fill up the empty field. Bill France would open up the grid to drivers from NASCAR's lower divisions, who would now be racing for life-changing amounts of money. This is where the butterfly effect truly begins, because one of these
Hi,
drivers
Ash.
was a
Hydrate.
23-year-old Richard
Hi, Orca.
Childress, who would use his winnings to open up his very own race shop and begin a full-time racing career. Over
I
the
have
next decade, he becomes a top
bottle of
10
wine
driver
next
in
to
the
me.
sport.
I don't know if I should
Before
hydrate
retiring
on
from
that.
competition and managing his race team from the pit box.
Um,
Replacing Childress in the number
Are you
3 car
implying
is one of
something?
NASCAR's most promising young prospects.
It's already
His
pretty
name is
pretty
Dale
late, I'd
Earnhardt.
say. Maybe
It's
tomorrow though,
strange
because
to
I don't have to
think
be up
how all the
until
history that
a little
followed,
later on Thursday.
The dominance, the drama,
I'm
the
down to do that.
triumph, and the
Hell yeah.
tragedy came so close to never existing. But such is the nature of chaos, it can produce effects in the future that may seem unthinkable in the present. In NASCAR's case, a set of faulty tires and a driver boycott would set in motion a direct chain of events that eventually led to the sport's darkest day, more than 30 years later. Following Earnhardt's fatal accident at Daytona, his now iconic number 3 would be unofficially retired across NASCAR's major series. As a show of respect, the other race teams would purposely avoid assigning the number to any of their cars. That privilege would
Really?
be left to Richard
Yeah.
Childress.
He was a
who
legend.
had
He
the
was
final say on
what
whether
many
it would
consider
ever return.
the greatest driver of all time.
Wow.
After
Like
more than
7
8
championships,
years,
tied for the
car number
most.
3 would be
He was just
resurrected at what
he had
seems like a
insane
random
aura.
race in Iowa. But for Richard
You wanna talk
Childress,
about aura?
today is a special occasion. All this time, he's been saving the number for precisely one driver. This particular race happens to be the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series debut of his grandson, Austin Dillon. And as the world
Yo,
of NASCAR
Dillon!
got to know
It's
the heir
Dillon!
to the Childress throne, they would soon discover that
Uh-oh.
chaos runs in the family.
Dillon, of course, shifted him. It's going to be a big
How controversial was the 3 revival? It was actually a pretty big deal, not gonna lie. When it was announced that he was bringing it back into the Cup Series, it was a really, really big deal. A lot of people talked. I remember Papa Meringue, who he was on the side of they should have just kept it retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hi, corned beef.
Hello.
Piss boy and friend. SpongeBob and friend.
While the return of the 3 car was met with excitement, some questioned whether its new driver was worthy of carrying on such a
Rev up
legacy.
those fryers.
His hand-picked opportunity seemed to stand in direct contrast to the blue-collar grit of Earnhardt, who had cut his teeth for years before his big break. By this point, the Childresses had become quite wealthy, and when it came to Austin Dillon, the phrase silver spoon certainly came to mind. However, unfazed by the doubters, the young driver began working his way up the ranks. Just 1 year
Oh yeah,
later,
this is the truck
Dillon
series.
would score his first NASCAR victory.
It's one of the
at age
feeder
of
series
20.
to the
The
Cups.
following season, he would take home the Truck Series championship, beating some of the sport's
Cut your
most
teeth.
wily veterans.
Ouch.
Dillon was then promoted to the Nationwide Series, taking the number 3 with him. Despite the stiffer competition, he would again reach victory lane and finish 3rd in the championship. Now at this point, you might be wondering, where's the chaos? And thus far, nothing about Dillon's career appears out of the ordinary. If anything, he looks like a real straight shooter with a bright future ahead of him. But the following season is where things start to get weird. The 2013 Nationwide Championship
Dillon
came down
truly
to a
was a
tight
main
points
character.
battle
He's giving
between
main
Dillon
character
and
vibes,
Sam
don't
Hornish
lie.
Jr.
Don't worry, he's still
In the
racing.
end, Dillon would prevail by a narrow margin, and in doing so, earned himself a rather dubious distinction. It was the first time in any of NASCAR's 3 major series where the champion did not win a single race during the entire season. No one knew it at the time, but this event may have played a hand in opening up Pandora's box. Because unbeknownst to everyone else, the sport of NASCAR is about to change in a drastic way
More
to prevent
women
anything like
fans
this from
of F1
happening
than men.
again.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot on social media. But it's like, it has a lot to do with how the F1 markets
So,
their
how
drivers.
exactly do you crown
Because they're
a
kind of
champion
marketed
in
as
racing?
like
Well,
being
the
hot,
most
'cause they are
intuitive
kinda hot,
solution
yeah.
seen from F1 to Mario Kart is to award points for each event and tally them up at the end of the season. The driver who
They used
scored the
to
most
thirst
points
trap in
is your
NASCAR
champion.
too.
This was pretty much how
I remember
NASCAR's
my
champions were
family, or
determined
my
over the first
sister
half
Meringue and Mama
century of the
Meringue
sport's existence.
really
The
liked
precise method of
this guy
awarding
named
points
Casey
would
Kane
vary from year to
because
year,
in one
but the
commercial
general
for like a
logic
razor,
remained the same.
he
Show
had
up
like
to
his
the
shirt off
races,
and he's like a
finish
really
well,
attractive
and
dude,
you'll
and they're
find
like,
yourself
I
in the
like this
championship
guy.
hunt. It's quite simple, really. There's
I
a
didn't
reason
know
why every
NASCAR
other
was
motorsport
literally
in the
Mario
world
Kart.
works this way. But
Yeah.
somewhere down the line, NASCAR decided that the time had come to reinvent the wheel. The system they had just wasn't
They're making a left
chaotic
turn.
enough.
I will never forgive
The
Jeff Dunham
conversation began
for that
during the
joke
2003 Cup
because he
Series
ruined the
season, which
perception
saw 2
of
drivers
NASCAR
dominate the spotlight.
forever.
The
I will,
first was
I will
Brian
find
Newman,
you, Jeff
who
Dunham.
collected a
I will
season-high
make you
8
take it back.
victories, but seemed to suffer just as many catastrophic results throughout the year. The second was Matt Kenseth, who won just a single time early on but ran consistently near the top of the grid all season long. Looking at both of these results in a vacuum, it's hard to say who was the more deserving champion. This question is quite abstract and depends on your subjective
they're basically the
interpretation of what
same.
really matters.
The only
in
issue is
racing.
that the
But in
wins,
this case,
but Ryan
NASCAR's
Newman
point
crashed a
system
lot, so
determined
that's why I
Kenseth as
gave
the
a lot
heavy
of,
winner, while Newman finished
yeah.
a distant 6th.
yeah.
So,
Wow.
NASCAR's point system favors consistency over winning. Is that really such a big deal? Well, it was a big deal for some people. And by some people, I mean the people in charge of NASCAR. During this time, the sport is riding on an unprecedented wave of popularity. Jeff Gordon is hosting Saturday Night Live, and stock car racing has infiltrated
Cars!
the minds of the masses.
Oh fuck,
But
Ballad
With
of Ricky
success
Bobby is such a
came
good
new
movie.
level of paranoia among NASCAR's executives.
Have you ever seen that?
Who are now terrified of anything
No.
that might scare off the
I'll trade you
casual
Futurama
viewers,
for
such
Talladega
as
Nights.
a driver running away with the championship using steady
It's a Will Ferrell
conservative
movie,
racecraft.
and it's so
And
fucking
so,
stupid and
starting
funny.
In 2004, the decision was made to overhaul the tried and true format into something more chaotic.
Especially
Introducing the
F1
chase
is
for the
going
cup,
through it right now
which
though,
took
because
the
they're doing the
existing
same thing
point
as NASCAR
system
and making
added a
really
reset
stupid
after the
decisions
first 2/3 of
on
schedule.
the
Oh.
From there,
on
top
the
10 or
business
so
side of
drivers
things.
would compete for
Don't
the
you put
same
that evil on me,
first
Ricky
5
Bobby?
or 10
Yeah,
races.
corned beef has seen it.
So no more runaway champions. If you want to prove you're the best, you now have to defend your title in crunch time. Sounds exciting, right? A closer points battle means more contenders and more action. So let's take a look at all the exciting new champions that the chase helped create. Guys like Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart,
Tony Stewart.
Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, and Jimmy Johnson. So, while trying to stop someone from leading the whole season, NASCAR ended up causing the same guy to win every season. It turns out that when you try to add chaos to a system, order can still emerge in strange and unforeseen ways. In this case, Johnson's race team had deduced that since the final 10 events now mattered so much more than the rest of the season, the optimal strategy was to invest all their resources into those 10 tracks. The team became unbeatable in the chase and ushered in the most dominant dynasty in the history of the sport. It was so dominant that people started tuning out in droves, and NASCAR had entered its first prolonged period of decline. So,
Oh shit.
lesson
Yeah.
learned, right? The chaos
And
experiment.
the crazy
had
thing
clearly
is, like,
failed.
something similar had happened in the 90s with Dale Earnhardt, because Dale Earnhardt, in a 5-year span, won 4 championships, but viewership was still rising. But that was, like, in a season-long format, where this was, like, the 10-race thing at the end. So it was, like, this felt so much more manufactured, and then, like, the authentic points of the past.
And maybe it's time for the sport
And
to go
also,
back to basics.
Dale Earnhardt was, like, super, kind of, like, a rough driver. Like, he would just, like, if you were in his way, he'd be like, yeah, all right, fucking move it. But Jimmy Johnson is, like, a very clean-cut, like, kind of soft-spoken kind of dude. So it was, like, the personalities were very, very different.
But as
Oh,
was
wow.
the case with a certain other dilemma from long ago, NASCAR decided to double down. It is from this point that stock car racing as we know it completely exits the realm of normality. If you've
Wasn't
been
Dale the guy
following
that
along
crashed?
so
They all
far,
crashed, silly.
It's time to reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
Yes,
You're
he's
about
the one
to
who
witness
passed
what
away at
happens
Daytona.
when a motorsport takes the
Oh.
wrong turn.
Gamba mentioned.
Gamba mentioned.
In 2014, Austin
Oh,
Dillon
God.
was introduced to the Cup Series, and the Cup Series was introduced to the NASCAR playoffs. Say goodbye to the
What the
boring
fuck?
dynasties
Yeah.
and win champions of the past.
What?
And
Yeah.
say hello to eliminations, multi-round resets, and the winner-take-all finale. A 16-driver clusterfuck so
Wait, that's
convoluted
sick.
and contrived that we're still
It was like
struggling
the
to
worst thing in
understand
the
it.
world.
What happens from here is going to get very confusing. But luckily for us, we have Austin Dillon. to
Piss
help
Twink
us
is a southern
navigate
boy.
this new
Yeah.
landscape of chaos.
Howdy.
Consider him as your friendly guide who we can use to answer any questions about what the,
The
hell
Cup
is
Series.
going on
My
in
boy
front of
McQueen
us.
won all
Over the
the.
next 12 seasons, he will be far from the most important character in our story. Sometimes you may forget he's even there at all. But trust me, by the end of this wild ride, he will have played his part in it. Dillon's full-time Cup
Okay.
career began with a bright spot, as he put the 3-car on pole for the Daytona 500. After this, however, he would quickly learn that winning in the Cup Series is exponentially harder than in the lower divisions. In his rookie campaign, he fails to win a race and fails to qualify for the 16-man playoffs. In this new era of racing, winning
Three still
might
on the
as
track?
well be everything.
Yeah, he's still.
Just one
Dylan still
victory in any
races.
of the first 26 races will
Wait, what does that
automatically
say?
qualify you for the
Oh,
playoff.
what? What is what?
All
This?
race winners from the first
First-
26 events automatically advance to the playoffs. What? Why?
Yeah, you're asking the questions NASCAR fans had. It's such a stupid fucking system. So there are ways where you could just fucking basically kill somebody and win a race, and NASCAR's like, well, you got into the playoffs fair and square. Everyone knows the rules, and you play it like that. And then everyone's like, well, that's a really fucking stupid way. Why do we have like a guaranteed playoff system? And they're like, shut up. Who's making the decisions
Shut
here?
Shut up!
Shout out to the best NASCAR video ever. I'm a wrestling fan. What is the best NASCAR video ever? Scared.
Furthermore, winning in any of the first 3
Uh-oh,
rounds
tried to
Okay,
send
wait,
a
wait,
link.
wait, what are
automatically
those?
Oh, okay. So,
Okay,
all right.
so wait, let me read it first. Hold
Okay.
up.
Okay.
So playoff drivers automatically advance to the next round with a win. What? Okay.
Yeah. So it's 3 rounds.
What the fuck?
It's 3. So it's the last 10 races still. Every 3 races is an elimination round. So it's
Okay.
1, 2, 3 eliminated. Bottom 4 drivers in the points at that point are eliminated. And then it does that 3 times, and then the last race of the season. So no matter what you did in the season, whoever finishes the best in the last race wins the championship.
What?
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. It's so convoluted. It's so unnecessary. Yeah, so if there's a driver who, let's say, we'll use Austin Dillon as an example. He wins at like Daytona, wins the first race of the season. He is locked in. He could finish dead last in the rest of the regular season, and he's still in the playoffs. And then he could just win the first race of the playoffs, and then he advances. And then he could just win the next round, and then he could win the third round. So all he has to do is win like 3 races, and he can get a championship despite finishing last in every other race.
What?
Yeah, you could essentially do that. That is, I'm sure he's going to talk about it again, but that's essentially why they mentioned Joey Logano at the earlier. Joey Logano won 3 championships off of this system. The last one he won was so egregious, fans were like, if you don't fucking change the system, we're not gonna watch the season anymore. Because what's the point?
Crazy.
Yeah, his championship was so controversial that like we can't keep fucking doing this. We can't keep doing this.
Advance you to
Oh
the
my
next
God.
one. We'll dive deeper
It's
into
so
the
many
implications
rules.
of this later. But all you need to know for now is that to win the championship, you're practically required to win races. In the very first year of the NASCAR playoffs, a driver with 0 wins nearly wins the championship. Funnily enough, it's Austin Dillon's teammate Ryan Newman who experiences the inverse of his 2003 season. Running off of pure consistency, he makes it to the Final Four without a single victory. It was entirely possible that the playoffs would immediately crown the exact type of champion it was designed to prevent. Fortunately for NASCAR, Kevin Harvick would edge out Newman at the last moment and spare them the embarrassment. But the fact that this scenario was even a possibility served as a bad omen for the
I'm
new
too lazy to
system.
go get my water
Even more
bottle.
alarming was the way that Newman made it
It was
to
very
the
intriguing.
finals. In the penultimate race,
Tell
needing
your
one more
professor that they
position
need to give a
advance,
lecture on
Newman
NASCAR.
door slammed Kyle Larson in the final corner to take
Have
the
fun,
spot by
Bison.
force. The move signaled a
Bye,
shocking
Bison.
breakdown in etiquette. It went far beyond a racing incident and instead came off as cheap and desperate. Few realized at
Too
the time
fat
that
to
this
drink
was only the beginning. The playoffs didn't just
Wait, what?
change the way that points
Corned
were
beef,
calculated.
he
They
said,
were altered
typical
in the
NASCAR
fundamental
fan,
spirit
too
of
fat to
competition
drink
in the
water.
sport. It started out small, but soon enough, there'd be no telling the depths drivers were
Oh,
willing to
fuck.
stoop in the name of winning.
I'm afraid if it was that ugly these last couple weeks, it's going to get really ugly next week.
In
Uh-oh,
2015,
stinky.
Austin Dillon is still searching for his first Cup win. He doesn't get it, and actually finishes worse in the standings than in his rookie campaign. All of this, however,
Cringe.
would be overshadowed, because when people think of Austin Dillon in the year 2015, they will be reminded of precisely one moment. There's an old adage among professional drivers that you don't know whether you're cut out for racing until you've had your first bad crash. As it turns out,
Wallace.
Dillon's first memorable moment in Cup was an airborne collision at Talladega. For most drivers, this would easily qualify as the most severe accident of their career, but fate had other plans for the 3-car.
Oh,
In NASCAR,
shit.
there are bad wrecks, there are scary wrecks, and then there are wrecks where you seriously doubt if the driver will ever step out of the car again. On a suffocating July night at Daytona,
I watched
the
this race
sport would
live.
experience one of these
It was
rare
fucking wild.
moments where
And it was at like
everyone
2 in the
feared
morning
for the
too because it got
worst.
rain
This
delays.
whole race felt like a
Oh,
fever
no.
dream after
Yeah.
a rain delay pushed the start time to nearly midnight. As the laps ticked further into the early morning, the drivers' growing fatigue set the stage for a chaotic series of events. In the final run to the finish, the entire field is pushed beyond the edge of control.
Oh my god.
When you have a blob of 30 or so cars traveling around 200 miles per hour, That's a pretty fragile system, and when fragile systems meet chaos, they tend to break down. In NASCAR, this situation is known as the Big One. In a typical season, you can expect to see several of these pileups, which occur most often at Daytona and Talladega, the superspeedways. The reason for this can actually be traced back to a rare instance where NASCAR tried to reduce chaos. The cars are bunched up like this because they have restrictor plates which prevent anyone from pulling away from the pack. The cars need restrictor plates because without them, they'd be going too fast. The cars were going too fast because in 1987, one of them lifted off and tore a giant hole in the catch fence. Spectator safety happens to be one area where NASCAR prefers to play it safe, so they tried to restore order to superspeedway racing. But it turns out that when you try to add order to a system, chaos can still emerge in strange and unforeseen ways. The funny thing about NASCAR is that if you watch long enough, everything always comes full circle.
Checker flag right here. Big wreck in your mirror. Big wreck in your mirror. Oh my God. That looks awful.
When the Big One strikes, you get to witness one of the most expensive physics simulations in the world. Sometimes the randomness of the system will produce an outcome that you never imagined was possible. Austin Dillon's Chevy was bumped at the precise angle to launch it over the top of the pack and
crazy.
into the catch fence.
Holy
The car went
shit.
from 190 to a complete stop in about a second. It's moments like this that you really appreciate the courage it takes to be a professional driver, knowing that each and every time you strap into one of these machines, you may never leave. What happens next, however, is even more shocking.
What an incredible sight to see Austin Dillon walking away from that 3 car that is demolished.
Austin Dillon walked away
Wow.
from this
Yeah.
almost completely unharmed. The word miracle gets thrown around a lot these days, but this is one of those pieces of footage where you keep watching it and have no other explanation.
I think the only injuries were like a handful of
The whole thing gets all the more eerie.
a handful of like
The safety
scrapes and
innovations
bruises in the
that
crowd.
NASCAR adopted following
So,
Earl's
like,
death must
yeah,
have certainly
like
saved
no
Austin
one
Dillon
was
on
seriously
escape.
injured in that
From
crash.
this point on, driver 3 has been
is
fully
crazy.
intertwined with the
Mhm.
winds of fate. He just withstood the ultimate trial of chaos, and in doing so, has earned its blessing. Good timing too,
did he
because
live?
NASCAR is getting
Not just
more
live, he
chaotic
walked
with
away.
each
Like he got
passing
out of
day.
the car. He wasn't like unconscious or anything. Like he, as soon as the crews ran over to him, he just stuck his thumb out the window. Like, I'm good, I'm good. I'm just upside down. I can't get out of the car.
This season, we got
Oh
to
my
witness
God.
one driver intentionally cause.
Can
the
I get a
Big One
1 to
to save
10 on
himself
Danica
from
Patrick -2?
elimination,
Yeah, that's about
an
right.
eliminated driver
Danica Patrick was about a
intentionally
-2.
demolishing the points leader, and the crowning of a champion who missed a third of the entire schedule. For anyone paying attention, the competitive integrity of the sport was starting to disintegrate before our very eyes. But for the sanctioning body, it was more good old-fashioned drama. Despite the looming concerns, the folks in charge decided to double, no triple down on the playoffs. Starting in
Corned beef.
2016, NASCAR's 2 remaining
Come on.
series
It's a
were
woman
also forced to
driver?
adopt the new
Jesus.
system, which now pervaded the sport from top to
Isabella
bottom.
Robusto, she's a good one. She's in the ARCA series right now. She's pretty solid.
2016 marks the
Oh,
third
shit.
full-time Cup season.
She's pretty
for
solid. She
Austin
gets
Dillon,
consistent,
and the
like, top
time has
fives. I
come
like her.
to pick up the pace. He's trying to outrun an accusation that will follow him throughout his career. Kevin Harvick, RCR's previous flagship driver, has become a dominant contender since leaving the team. Dillon, on the other hand, has shown no signs of
Knives,
improvement,
weren't you on
leaving
call with
some
us once when you
whether
hit a
he
curb?
deserves his seat in the Cup Series. Nepotism is a vice that affects nearly all walks of life, but it can be especially apparent in the world of sports, where the bar for excellence is so very high. Any athlete who gets stuck with the dreaded label of Nepo Baby becomes ripe
Nepo
for
baby.
ridicule. Day drivers can be found across all motorsports, where wealth really is a substitute for talent. Running a race team is expensive, and sometimes you need a delusional rich
so
kid to
Dylan
pick up
got
the
it.
slack.
Got
In
accused of
NASCAR,
being a
this
nepo
was the
baby.
case with the
Yeah.
heir to the Zaxby's
Aw.
fortune, Dennis Tomlin, who would soon be known by his nickname, John Rex Weekly. However, such clear-cut cases of nepotism in stock car racing usually aren't so easy to spot. The history of NASCAR
Quick
is
Cuts
full of
Parallel
twists and
Park.
turns, from the Tyrells to the Earnhardts to the Elliots. After all, This whole sport is one big family business.
Oh,
Austin
this
Dillon was
motherfucker.
hardly the first NASCAR grandson to inherit the keys to the kingdom.
Can't parallel
The
park.
same
Weak.
can be said about the guy overseeing this whole
Skill
sport.
issue.
I can't even
This
drive.
is Brian
Oh, seriously?
France, who happens to be the individual responsible for all these recent changes. Brian's grandfather oversaw the sport's foundation.
What a
His
king!
father focused on expansion, and Brian's expertise happens to be in acceleration.
This
To what
motherfucker.
end exactly? It remains to be seen. But the third generation NASCAR chairman
He's okay,
happens
don't
to
worry.
be a big believer in
Okay.
chaos.
That was
is
Jimmy
prepared to
Johnson.
pursue it by any means necessary. Of course, the Brian France era of NASCAR would almost
Boo.
immediately
Bleh,
coincide
bleh,
with a
bleh,
precipitous decline in
bleh.
viewership. But who's counting anyway?
Spit on him.
Most radical new ideas take a while to
Hi,
catch
cock chair.
on. So surely the next NASCAR
Hi,
boom
cock
is
Parallel
chair.
parking
right
the
around
situation to
the
right,
corner.
and no one's telling
You
me how to
see,
park, and
both
there's no
Austin
cars in front of
Dillon
back of
and
me.
Brian France
Truth
may
noob.
have benefited from an
Stink, what the
extraordinary level
fuck?
of job security.
You coming to my
The
house?
difference between them is
Haha.
that Dylan's performance
Shut up.
Hello, folks. Okay, corned beef.
Bye, corned beef.
Bye-bye, corned beef.
Coming to my fucking house and tell me how to arrange my furniture.
is directly measurable. His successes and failures are fully transparent to anyone watching.
Message from
Every
Starry.
time he
Oh.
goes out and
Okay, never
competes,
mind. That makes
he's
sense.
putting his own
Tell
legacy
her
at risk.
Chihuahua.
The opportunity may have come easy, but he knows damn well not to squander it. In 2016, Austin Dillon takes a notable step forward, setting career
Uh-oh.
bests in top 10s, top 5s, and average finish. He even qualifies for the 16-man playoffs, finishing the year 14th in the standings. He's getting better,
Nice.
but for many fans, it's not enough. No one really wants to watch the iconic number 3 ride around mid-pack. They would much prefer if it was up front competing for the win. For Austin, a victory would carry extra significance. His grandfather, despite a long career, was
stinky,
never able
poopy,
to win at the highest level. The problem is that after 3 seasons in Cup, Dillon has never even sniffed victory lane. In more than 100 starts so far, he's only led around 60 laps, most of which were during pit cycles. In terms of pace, he's still well behind the upper echelon of contenders. This stage of development can be crushing for many NASCAR prospects who just can't break through that glass ceiling. Luckily, there is a tried and true method for any frustrated Cup driver looking to get their confidence back.
Win. Bushwhacking.
They call it bushwhacking.
Yeah!
When Cup Series drivers pay a visit to the softer competition of the lower divisions. This is what was happening in the opening sequence of our story, and now it's Austin's turn to continue the cycle. Starting in 2015, he returns to NASCAR's second-tier series on a part-time basis where he reunites with his winning ways. But things take an interesting turn in 2016 where he rediscovers how to win. In a race at Auto Club, he enters the final lap hopelessly behind the 2 leaders. Yet, shockingly enough, one of them blows a tire and the other runs out of gas, clearing the way for Dillon to steal the victory. Seems like dumb
Oh,
luck,
shit.
right?
Yeah,
Well, not
he really
necessarily.
does have plot
In
armor.
NASCAR, the conventional pathway to victory
War has
requires
started.
having
Oh,
the
no.
fastest
She
car
calling me
and
slurs
staying
yet?
out of trouble. So how do you win without the fastest car? It turns out you have to use chaos to your advantage. Chaotic events like this are rare, but after enough races, they
Where'd
do
you go?
happen. And they can be the perfect tool
Oh,
for
he
slower
disappeared.
drivers to overcome the odds. Don't
Uh-oh.
believe me? Well,
Uh-oh.
a very similar
Connection to Steam servers failed. Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Alright, hold on, let me.
Wait. I need to restart my VTube studio.
Oh, that's no good. I might also have to restart. Oh dear, I hope I don't have to go PNG model if this doesn't work. Uh-oh, well. Restarting VTube Studio.
VTube studio.
VTube Studio. Ruh-roh.
VTube studio.
Stinky biscuit. Shut up. Shut up, Starry. Aren't you on
Wait.
stream right now?
Wait, it says no connection on Steam.
Uh-oh. Or
What happened
did
to
Steam
Steam?
servers just go down or something? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, stinky. Every VTuber on the planet just went down.
Oh.
Well, let me go to a BRB in case things load up wrong.
Yeah, no, the Steam servers up.
VTuber
Wait.
Studios fun. Also said you're stinky. Stinky
Weekly
mango.
Steam server maintenance may be close.
Bruh!
Weekly scheduled maintenance, which
I
online
fucking-
services, including VTube Studios VNet, might become unavailable for a short time.
Bruh.
This usually happens around every Tuesday between 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific time, and typically lasts for around 15 to 60 minutes. In your local time zone, the maintenance will start now. 5
Now.
minutes ago.
All right, well, reactive it is. All right.
Oh, my days.
God answered her prayers. There you go. Well, at least I got my VTuber back on the screen. It's just you are no longer a 40-year-old smoker. Oh wait, no, you still are a 40-year-old smoker. You just aren't animated as one. Hi, Texan.
Okay.
I'm fine though.
Yay.
L mods crash your computer. I'm sorry, that sounded really mean. I didn't mean it. I don't mean it. I don't mean it.
Reactive.
Also said she said she's also stinky. Mango. Confirming that Starry smells. They're gonna DDoS me. Guess we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Eventually get the chain smoker back.
Okay, wait. I need to. How do you? Wait. What? Where are you?
Where am I?
Where's
Oh,
Lena? There's Lena.
Lena. Releasing the Lena. Oh, stop! Being doxed is in fact. What happened?
The fucking titties, dude.
Yeah, you could thank Starry for that. Just like-
Sorry.
I love that PNG tuber so much.
So funny.
It is. It's so cute. Every time I join a collab, they're like, "You're gonna have the piss hat." Fuck. The Lena cat or the cat hat again or fish hat, whatever. It was like, you fucking know I'm gonna have the fish hat.
It's the fish hat.
It's the fish hat again. Don't listen to her tonight.
Okay,
situation
I've got
would play out
got
in the
your reaction.
2016
Hell
Cup
yeah.
Series Championship.
Never.
Final
Sorry.
laps, it looks like Carl Edwards has a clear path to
I never-
victory until an
Never-
unexpected caution bunches the field back
I
up.
died.
The two leaders
Sorry I have to
then
witness my
take
death.
each other out, allowing Jimmy Johnson to score his 7th Cup title. Under ordinary
shit.
circumstances, Johnson would have had no business winning this race or the championship. But this is a different sport now. It's awfully ironic
Lennox,
that the
true.
very driver the system was
Got jump
designed to
scared.
thwart ended up being the first one to truly exploit it. In the playoff era,
Cock
chaos
means
is
play.
king. It pays to work with it and not against it.
All right, boy. Quit the dance.
Starting in 2017, Austin Dillon began putting this theory into practice. He gets off to a lackluster start to the
Gets
season.
off, whoa.
After the first 11 races, he's sitting a dismal 22nd in points.
Cringe.
But all this time, he's been waiting for an
Cringe.
opportunity.
Cringe.
And he finally gets one in the longest
Cringe.
race of the year, the Coke 600. With
America.
the laps winding
Hell
down,
yeah.
Dillon's crew decide to take a gamble, skipping the final pit stop and trying to stretch his
shit.
fuel to the end. Fuel mileage races aren't too common in NASCAR, but when they do happen, they can flip the field on its head. All of a sudden, drivers who were non-factors all day can find themselves with a real chance to win. With just 2 laps to go, Dillon is running second behind Jimmy Johnson when the 48 car sputters and runs out of gas.
Austin Dillon, the new leader, as Jimmy Johnson is out of gas.
As Jimmy Johnson is out of gas.
That was really good.
He's got to get there. On fumes, Austin Dillon wins at Charlotte for Childress Racing.
Hey.
And just like that,
Let's
the
go.
famous number 3 is back in victory lane for the first time since Dale Earnhardt in October of 2000. As a bonus, the win automatically advances Dillon to the 2017 playoffs,
Yeah.
which he parlays into a career-best 11th place finish in the standings. The result completely overshadows what was otherwise a regression in performance for the 3 team, which only scored 4 top 10 finishes all season. I guess winning really does fix everything. As for the playoffs, 2017 did produce its share of chaotic moments, but ultimately led to the most orderly result in the history of the format.
Yay, Martin Truex.
Martin Truex Jr. put up one of the most statistically dominant seasons in recent memory. In fact, it's the only season that would have won the title across every points format that NASCAR has run throughout its history. 2017 Martin Truex was the most deserving champion that this system could ever produce, but this notion raises a rather disturbing implication. Thus far, NASCAR has been fortunate to avoid any truly catastrophic results that the playoffs are capable of producing. Guys like Johnson, Busch, and Harvick, while not necessarily the best in their respective championship seasons, were at least plausibly in the title hunt. The playoffs seem to work best when the top contenders are evenly matched, but some seasons, one driver is very clearly the class of the field. The design of the playoffs creates a high risk that these dominant seasons are robbed of the championship. What if, hypothetically, in the winner-take-all finale, Truex had cut a tire, or got a pit road penalty, or simply wasn't the fastest car on track? Would this season have been completely wasted? I suppose we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there.
Yes.
The 2018 season begins with a bang.
Contact! Elliott! Slam into the wall! Are you kidding me?
The Daytona 500, known for its long history of chaos, has devolved into a total wreckfest. In this race, the big one strikes not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's one of those scenarios where anyone can win. And on the final lap, the black number 3 emerges from out of the pack.
Oh, into Almirola. Around he goes, and here it comes with the number 3, 20 years ago. 20 years of trying for Earnhardt. Austin Dillon wins the 60th running of the Great American Race.
For one night only, the Intimidator returns to Daytona. Some of the sport's best and brightest have agonized over winning this race. When you have the opportunity
My favorite driver has never won it, and I'm very jealous that he got to win it.
3 years earlier, Austin Dillon was sitting upside down in a pile of sheet metal at this very track. Today, he returns as its conqueror. You can love him or hate him, but if you didn't get a kick out of seeing the 3 car back on top at Daytona, then you might not be human. On another note, by securing the Daytona
I don't hate
500
Austin
victory,
Dillon. He's
Austin
fine.
Dillon has automatically qualified for
I'm not his
2018
biggest
playoffs
fan,
after
but
just a single
he'll
race.
explain why
He
in
can
a little
pretty much
bit.
go on vacation
He did
for the
something
next
like a couple
25
years
weeks
ago,
while the
and
rest of the
I was
field
like, all right, I
sweats
don't
it
like him
out
as
for the
I'm
remaining
not a
spots.
fan of him
As
anymore.
long as he stays above 30th in
really?
the standings,
It was
he's good to
something
go.
on track. It wasn't
You
like
see,
anything
the
really
more you
bad.
learn
It's just
about
like
the nuances
something in
of
a
the
race, yeah.
playoffs, the less sense it
Yeah,
makes.
he's fine. He's
You're
like,
telling
I'm
me
sure he's a
that
fine
driver
person.
who
I
runs
don't know,
30th every
but he
week
did something
can
on
keep
track, and I
a
was like, all right,
championship
we
just
we
by
gotta
lucking into a single
we gotta
finish
figure this
victory?
out.
I swear, the guy who came up with this must have been on drugs.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sir, please step out of the vehicle.
On August 5th, 2018, shortly after
Wait,
the
wasn't he
Cup
on
Series
drugs?
race in Watkins Glen, New York, Brian France was arrested for driving while intoxicated. In his possession was an illegal supply of oxycodone pills. If you set aside the
Oh my
profound
God.
embarrassment of a motorsport CEO blowing a .18 while behind the wheel, all of a sudden, many of NASCAR's more recent decisions are starting to make a lot more sense. The full extent of
No,
Brian
this is the
France's
CEO
drug
of
and
NASCAR.
alcohol
This isn't
use
Austin
while running
Dillon.
The sport has never been
Different guy.
disclosed and remains the subject of speculation. But in a remarkable turn of events, this fortunate son had actually done enough to lose his spot in the family business. Following the arrest, Brian France was suspended indefinitely from all NASCAR operations.
Yeah.
He has never returned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Motherfucker puts in
For
the
as much
worst
of a
playoff
black
system
mark
and then
this was on
gets
the sport,
arrested and
it
leaves.
provided the sanctioning body with a golden opportunity to hit the reset button to right the wrongs of
Double
the prior
down,
administration.
kids. Double
But
down,
NASCAR's
lads.
age of
Rest in
chaos has only just begun. In fact,
Piss
it's about to
racer.
get a whole lot worse. In the 2018 playoffs, Austin Dillon once again gets eliminated in the first round. He ultimately comes home 13th in the standings. But the real focus of this year's
not bad.
championship fight comes down to the driver who will go on to define the playoff era.
Flat out just drove straight in the corner and wrecked me.
He's just an idiot.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
He would
I'm
probably
about
say,
to say it.
short track racing.
And Kenza cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenza takes him out. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
Do people
Heading
not
into
like
2018,
Joe?
No.
Joey
No.
Logano was potentially the most robbed driver in
He
recent
absolutely
NASCAR
is not.
history,
He,
putting
no,
up
he does not have.
championship-level
If you're not a
results in
fan,
2015 and 2016,
like if you are not a
walk
Joey
away
Logano fan, you
empty-handed.
probably hate
Nobody
Joey
really
Logano.
cares about this, however,
Really?
because
Yeah.
Joey Logano is simultaneously the most hated driver in recent NASCAR
Mhm.
history. Fans do not appreciate his squirrely attitude and reckless driving style. Thus far, his quest for a championship has always ended in failure. But in 2018, Logano turns the tables on the field. Starting at Martinsville, he bulldozes Martin Truex for the win, securing a spot in the finale. In the Final Four, he joins Truex, the defending champion, and the two most dominant drivers of the year, who have combined to win nearly half the races on the schedule. Logano beats them all, and presents NASCAR with a bit of a PR disaster. The playoffs had just awarded an undeserved championship to the most hated driver in the sport. If there was ever a time to scrap the system, this was it. It failed to reward either of the two winningest drivers of the year. It failed to drum up any excitement for the championship. It even failed to tell a good story, because the guy everyone wanted to see crash and burn walked away victorious. The guy who created this whole charade was just kicked out of the sport in disgrace. Now is the moment to pull the plug and end this madness. In 2019, NASCAR appoints its new CEO, Jim France. Like a monarch, the reins have been transferred up the family tree to Brian France's uncle, who is more than happy to maintain the status quo. The playoffs aren't going anywhere. Fortunately,
Wait,
the
they
2019
kept it the
playoffs
same?
are far less egregious, as Kyle Busch captures his second championship
Yes,
after
they
another
did.
dominant performance.
Why?
The relative lack of chaos this season could be explained by the absence of Austin Dillon, who suffers a down year, failing to score even a single top 5. The following year, however, chaos returns to NASCAR in a big way.
Uh-oh,
It may be
sicky
tempting
time!
to ridicule NASCAR for its dysfunction, but this problem is hardly unique to stock car racing. Plenty of other things are prone to occasional bouts of dysfunction, like, say, the entirety of civilization. A 20-car pileup at Talladega may seem amusing, but it's a lot less funny when the very same effect happens to the world economy or the healthcare system. In NASCAR, we call this the big one, but elsewhere, it goes by a different name. In 2007, race
Rona.
analyst Nassim Nicholas Taleb would label these phenomena as black swan events. The term seeks to explore our relationship with chaos and how it alters the course of human society. The main idea is that cataclysmic events are far more common than we think, and can pretty much materialize out of nowhere. Just 1 year after The Black Swan was published, the global economy would experience its worst meltdown in nearly a century. The recession that followed has been credited for much of NASCAR's decline, as it struck at the heart of the sport's predominantly blue-collar audience. About a decade later, NASCAR would face a far more direct threat to its business. When the COVID pandemic broke out in early March, the 2020 season appeared to be doomed. Over the years, the current NASCAR administration has made a lot of incompetent choices, but they would end up navigating this unprecedented situation surprisingly well. For a few months, virtual NASCAR briefly becomes the most popular esport in the world, and after a lot of maneuvering behind the scenes, Teams were back on track.
Oh,
just
okay, he
60
didn't go
days
into it.
after the
Okay.
season was put on pause. In
Hold on, wait.
fact,
I'm gonna see if
NASCAR was
he does go into it at all.
momentarily the only active sporting league that people could watch. Any curious onlookers who stuck around afterwards would witness stock car racing at its
Hold on, I
most
want to see if he talks
bizarre.
about it first.
Somehow, the full 36 race schedule would be completed on time. It involved empty grandstands, double headers, and midweek
Gassing your
racing. A set of
engine
scenarios
until
that will likely never
nas
happen
your
again.
car.
During this time, the sport suffers its worst controversy of the 21st century, triggered by nothing more than a simple misunderstanding. It's a chaotic time in NASCAR, and in the middle of it all, Austin Dillon finds himself with another opportunity. In race number 18 at Texas Motor Speedway, the 3 car spends most of the day running outside the top 10. However, with a handful of laps to go, the team decides to shake up their strategy. By changing only 2 tires on a pit stop, Dillon rockets to the top of the order along with RCR teammate Tyler Reddick. Now, ordinarily, a 2-tire stop is supposed to sacrifice long-term speed for a short-term positional gain. But today, conditions are a bit unusual. In this race, NASCAR is running its dreaded 550 horsepower package. Yet another one of Brian France's pet projects designed to add more chaos to the sport. Historically, unrestricted NASCAR engines have made between 700 and 900 horsepower, but starting around 2018, NASCAR began experimenting with the idea of lowering horsepower at intermediate tracks. The plan was to replicate what had succeeded at the super speedways by trying to introduce quasi-pack racing to the smaller circuits. The result, however, was some of the most putrid racing that any motorsport fan has ever had the displeasure of watching.
It's truly the
Cars
dark years.
were essentially running at full throttle all the way around the track, combined with the effects of dirty air, and it was almost impossible for drivers to overtake each other. Passing ended up being so difficult that tire fall-off was rendered insignificant, which is exactly what Austin Dillon exploited to score his 3rd career win. The Childress cars passed everyone in the pits, and the rest of the field just couldn't get around them.
Oh my
And
god.
with that, Dillon has locked in
it was
to yet
truly
another
dark
edition
times.
of the playoffs.
Uh-oh,
Good
playoff
thing,
time.
too, because he ends up missing a race after getting COVID. Following this setback, however, Dillon would actually turn in the best playoff performance of his career, scoring 2 top 5s in the opening round. He went on to tie his career best points finish of 11th.
He fucking added a COVID checkbox.
One driver has clearly emerged as the class of the field. In 2020, Kevin Harvick will post an average finish of 7.3 while winning a quarter of the races on the schedule. It is the most championship-worthy season of the playoff era. To top it all off, the championship finale has been moved to Phoenix Raceway, Harvick's best track. Surely, with all this going for him, he must have won the championship, right?
Right?
Allow me to introduce you to the saddest round in the history of the NASCAR playoffs. This is bearing in mind that in the past year, a playoff driver actually managed to finish dead last in each of the first 3 races. I assure you that what Kevin Harvick is about to experience is far, far worse. With 4 races left in the season, Harvick sits 45 points above the cut line heading into the round of 8. He has this cushion because of the recent addition of playoff points being earned throughout the year, designed to offer drivers some modest reward for performing well.
I pick it out in the crowd by 6'7".
Harvick has dominated the season, so naturally he's earned a lot more than everyone else.
6'7".
6'7".
Harvick looks like he's cruising to yet another win, which would punch his ticket to Phoenix early. However, this is another race with a 550 package. After a late caution, Harvick loses the lead out of the pits and never gets it back. For 42 agonizing laps, he is stuck behind the bumper of Joey Logano, who airblocks his way to the victory. As a result, Logano locks into the final 4 and jumps Harvick, who now sits 41 points above the cut line. The next race is at Texas. Harvick once again finds himself leading, but makes one little mistake.
Harvick's into the wall. Harvick tags the outside wall.
No.
With a damaged race car, the best he can muster is a 16th place finish. Despite the setback, he somehow manages to expand his points gap, sitting on a comfortable margin of plus 42 heading into the cutoff race at Martinsville. The following week, however, the car is off the pace. Throughout the day, he loses even more ground on the competition, but still sits in the 4th and final transfer spot. That is until Chase Elliott starts bearing down on the victory. A win for the 9 car would once again jump Harvick in the standings, leaving him as the first driver out. On the final lap, Harvick needs to gain 1 position to save his season, and with that, the most dominant driver of the year has been reduced to this.
He needs the position,
Oh, Harvick spins the 18.
and Harvick is going to be out of the playoffs.
The NASCAR playoffs are supposed to reward winning. That was the sales pitch. And yet, one of the winningest seasons in recent memory didn't just lose the championship, it didn't even get to compete for the championship. Possibly the most important part of sports is celebrating excellence. This was the most excellent season of Kevin Harvick's career. It deserved to be remembered. And yet, NASCAR devised a system that made it irrelevant. They took what should have been
I do have
historic
PTSD
achievement
from
and turned it
this.
into something pathetic.
I
This is
hate
the
it.
point where
I hate the playoffs
turned
so
from a
much.
failed experiment into something much darker. It wasn't just robbing drivers of titles. It was warping our very understanding of greatness. It was preventing legacies from ever being built. Much of this would be overlooked after Chase Elliott, a fan favorite, walked away with the 2020 championship. It was a feel-good story to end what was a debilitating year for so many people. But it's hard to look back at this now and honestly tell yourself that the right guy won. 2021 would produce what remains as the last truly dominant season in the NASCAR Cup Series. Kyle Larson would rack up 10 victories on the year, which thankfully included the final race in Phoenix to collect his first championship. Another orderly result and another season where Austin Dillon is suspiciously absent from the playoffs. Funnily enough, he actually puts up the best average finish of his career in 2021, but the system really doesn't care about consistency. With each passing year, it's becoming more and more obvious to the drivers that it's win or bust.
If you ain't first, you're last.
2022 will only add to this philosophy by adding yet another layer of chaos. It's the debut of the 7th gen race car, designed to usher in a new age of parity. I suppose NASCAR got tired of all those 8, 9, and 10 win seasons. Gone are the days of teams engineering unstoppable supercars. The next gen prototype is essentially a spec car made from single source parts that cannot be modified, meaning that every team in the Cup Series is now on a level playing field. The results speak for themselves. 2022
discussed.
19 unique winners, nearly 60% of the full-time field. And when winning is up for grabs, you'd better believe Austin Dillon is showing up to the party. By the final regular season race, however, 14 of the 16 playoff spots had been locked up, with Dillon still on the outside looking in. Fortunately for him, this race is at Daytona, where, as we've established, pretty much anyone can win. So far, I've talked about a variety of ways that a race at Daytona can devolve into chaos, and this one shall be no different.
Does it modifying have to get... You want to tell that to NASCAR, Texan? Can you please, actually? Can you please explain that to NASCAR?
Can a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil end up causing showers in Daytona? The weather has always been notoriously difficult to predict. Even with our modern technology, we cannot reliably forecast it more than a few days in advance. This is especially troublesome for NASCAR, which runs all their events outdoors fully exposed to the elements. So what exactly is the problem with stock cars running on a wet surface? Well...
sideways. All the cars are loose down in the corner.
This was the start of the 2001 All-Star race. Just as the green flag flew, rain began to douse the track. Many drivers couldn't make it through a single corner. It was a pretty embarrassing mishap for NASCAR race control, who were supposed to stop the race ahead of time to prevent this exact situation from happening. Needless to say, they certainly learned their lesson, ensuring that a fiasco like this would never happen again. Until 21 years later. This time, the field was entering the corner at full speed. The results went about as well as you'd expect.
Oh, into the wall they go. The 11 now also caught up in it.
were a lot of drivers saying, hey, it's raining. Why are we racing right now?
Almost the entire pack gets wadded up in the outside wall. Almost the entire pack. Because look who shoots through to the other side.
The three of Austin Dillon squeezes through.
No.
In front.
He has fucking plot armor. Look at this.
Austin Dillon is then able to hold
He's a
off
main
the rest of the
character.
stragglers and claim his 4th Cup Series
What?
victory.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, baby.
Okay,
Thank
I'll
you,
admit
Jesus,
it.
baby.
This has
Hey,
gotta
man,
be the
brother.
most undeserving win he's had so far. As if Moses parting the Red Sea wasn't fortunate enough, Austin Dillon only had to get around one guy down the stretch, and he just booted them out of the way, not even attempting a clean pass. By now, the novelty of this whole routine has worn off, and fans are starting to get annoyed by the hijinks. To add to the frustration, the win knocks Martin Truex out of the playoffs. The driver who had scored the 4th most points all season would not get to compete for the championship. Dillon hadn't just swindled a race win, he swindled a playoff spot from a far more deserving contender. To be fair, he would go on to another 11th place points finish, so it's not like he was a waste of space out there. But
Waste of
something
space.
felt wrong about one fluke win wiping out a whole season of consistent finishes. I guess modern NASCAR really is a dog-eat-dog world.
What?
Yeah, he just walked on the
2022
track. He was
also
okay.
notable for Austin Dillon in
Okay.
another way, because this is the year
Life
he
in
gets
the
to
fast
star in
lane.
his very own reality TV show. Despite airing on a major cable network just a few years ago, most of the world seems to have forgotten that this thing ever existed.
Never knew it
It
existed.
is one of the best modern shows I've ever encountered that does not have a Wikipedia.
Seriously?
Its reviews are abysmal. And the whole
Oh.
thing was canceled after just 10 episodes.
Uh-oh.
There is a remote
Oh my
possibility that I am the only person who has laid eyes on this programming over a span of years. So, does Austin Dillon's life in the fast lane deserve to be left behind in the past? Well,
Please say
if
no.
you're looking
I
for
need to watch
insight
it.
into his NASCAR career, then this isn't for you.
Oh.
It's more of a lifestyle show designed for what I call the bored housewife demographic. It mostly follows Austin, his best friend, and their 2 wives, with a little bit of racing sprinkled in. In spite of his chaotic reputation on the track, his domestic life is quite uneventful, and I found myself
Conk-shoeing.
mostly being bored watching it, which is a shame, because I believe there is so much more to Austin Dillon than what the show provides. I feel like the producers missed what actually makes him interesting, choosing instead to fill the airtime with a bunch of frivolous gimmicks. Like most reality shows, it has to rely on a bunch of manufactured drama, which, funnily enough, makes it just like modern NASCAR. When everyone is super, no one will be. With the combination of the new playoff system and a new car, NASCAR successfully managed to litigate dominance out of the sport. In 2022, no driver would score an average finish better than 12th.
Ugh,
Parity
I didn't
had
know
been
that.
achieved, but
Gross.
wasn't something that NASCAR even needed. Pretty much every other sport has their own debate over competitive balance. And while no one wants to feel like their favorite team or player is in a hopeless situation, it's hard to deny that juggernauts make sports compelling. You don't get to tell David's story without Goliath, and oftentimes, dynasties are required to elevate the prestige of what everyone else is fighting for. When each contender is so evenly matched, it makes the champion feel kind of arbitrary. But hey, this new age of parity must surely help elevate new and exciting stars. Yet, despite half
Melon
the
Man
field ending up in victory lane throughout the year, the championship still ended up going to a familiar face.
Hey, Joey, you can save money if you fill up a Shell if you use Advanced Auto Parts Speed Perks.
Dude, I'm way ahead of you.
Logano is a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Yeah, I saved at the pump.
Saved at the pump.
Oh.
The 2020 season was the same, with no driver really separated. At least this year produced a unique champion in Ryan Blaney, although his average finish of 14.1 was now the worst of any champion in Cup Series history. 2023 would also be the worst season by far for Austin Dillon. It's just one of those years where absolutely
Oh, we didn't
nothing
even
goes
get
right.
anywhere close.
He finishes with 0 wins and 10
Helmet throw.
deaths.
Helmet throw.
Insult to injury.
Just COVID and a
The
helmet
7-point
throw.
penalty drops him down to 29th in the
Oh.
standings. Maybe this is a sign that Austin's luck has run out. Or in other words, his best years are behind him. He's getting older now, and rumors of retirement begin looming on the horizon. And that brings us to 2024. If you like chaos, then this is the season for you. I describe it as if an entire calendar year of NASCAR was directed by the Joker. There are things that happen in this season that you literally have to see to believe. It's a roller coaster of sensational highs and devastating lows, all leading to something so outrageous that the sport as we knew it would never be the same. But before we get there, somebody should probably wake up Austin Dillon and remind him that the season has started. It looks like the nightmare from last year has only gotten worse. By the middle of July, the 3 team is sitting a disgraceful 32nd in the standings. But in the following race at Richmond, an extraordinary development starts to take shape. For the first time in his entire Cup Series career thus far, Austin Dillon has race-winning speed. As the laps tick down, he slowly but surely works his way up the order. With just 28 to go, he makes the pass for the lead and starts to pull away. This is an unprecedented situation. Austin Dillon is about to win a race straight up, without any gimmicks or shenanigans. It's actually happening. He's in the clear. All he has to do is get to the line before...
Whoa! And the caution's gonna come out right there with under 2 laps remaining.
Oh my god. You didn't seriously believe it would be that simple, did you? Not with this driver, not in this sport. You see, in the modern chaos era of NASCAR, most of our frustration has been justifiably directed at the championship format, but something that I think gets severely overlooked is the overtime rule. In almost every other motorsport, if a caution comes out near the end of the race, it's just over. The car's paced to the advertised distance and the race ends. This is how NASCAR used to work in a far more simple and civilized time. It was the rule when Dale Earnhardt won the Daytona 500. You know, the most iconic moment in the history of the sport? But as NASCAR fans, we took a look at this and decided that it wasn't chaotic enough. Why should a race have to end under caution? Why not just rack 'em back up and keep trying until, by God, we get the green flag finish we deserve? And so, starting in the Brian France era,
This
NASCAR
motherfucker again.
the green-white checker policy.
He just
which
keeps
is
popping
now
back
known as
up.
Overtime. A name
Overtime!
that, just like the playoffs, doesn't even make sense in a motorsport. Both of these things are just 2 peas from the same rotten pod, and yet one gets way more backlash than the other. This is why I'm making the argument that if you're disgusted by the NASCAR playoffs, you should also direct part of that scorn towards NASCAR overtime, because they essentially accomplish the same thing, wiping out the lead of a deserving winner and setting up a crapshoot run to the finish. I'll admit that on occasion, this policy has given us some fun moments here and there, but I'll go out on a limb and say that a majority of overtime finishes contribute to a worse outcome than simply ending the race under caution. If you want an example, look no further than what happened just one race before this current one. The 2024
Again.
Brickyard 400 was setting up for a memorable
Oh,
finish,
this
with
fucking
veteran
race.
Brad
I forgot
Keselowski
about the
stretching
fucking... It reminded
through
me
and
about
pulling
it.
off 2 hard-charging cars behind him. But with just 6 miles left, there's a crash. So that means that we run past the scheduled distance and restart the race. Brad runs out of fuel, so he's forced to pit, setting up this confusing and unnecessary restart lane controversy. But before we can even address that, the field can't even make it through one corner without causing a gigantic crash, a common side effect of the double file restart policy that was also enacted under Brian France. There's so much debris on
This
the track
fucking
that it
dude,
takes
everything
hours
he
to
did
clean
was
up. So
wrong.
long, in
He
fact, that
did
the race
he
is
did
taped
everything
televised
wrong.
time slot, and
What
the
the
broadcast has to be
He,
booted over
every
tape,
decision he
meaning
ever
that most
made
viewers
was
at
the
home
wrong
never
one to
even got
make.
see the finish. Oh, and what was the finish, you may ask? Well, Kyle Larson just drove away completely unopposed, and the race ended under caution anyway after another guy wrecked
Oh
and
my
stalled out on the
God.
track. The race ended under caution anyway. You know, the exact scenario
my
that
God.
overtime is supposed to prevent in the first place? Now tell me, was all of this seriously a better outcome than if they just let Brad Keselowski coast to the line at the scheduled distance? Was it really worth it to crash all these cars and waste all this time? Seriously, can someone explain to me what the point of any of this is?
It's actually
And we're
so
just gonna do
pressed.
the same thing.
I
the very next
get him
week.
though. He's so right.
Tell you the definition of insanity.
It would have been such a nice story for Dylan to finally earn a victory after a year and a half of struggle. But now, we don't get to see that. It was ruined so we can watch Hamlin or Logano win for the millionth time. So you know what?
Oh my god.
There's the contact! He does get to him! The 11 on the inside! He gets into the wall! Dylan's gonna win it as a line!
Keep coming down. Run him down! Break in! Come on! Break in!
And he just pulls a chicken shit move. He's a piece of crap. The kid,
Wow.
he sucks. He's sucked his whole career.
Pop's proud of you, bud.
This just might be the dumbest thing that's ever happened on a NASCAR track. When people imagine a bunch of dumb rednecks driving in circles, this is probably what they picture in their heads. Fans were understandably pissed. They called Austin Dillon gutless. They said he embarrassed the whole sport. But guess what? When you design a championship system that actively invites stupidity, don't be surprised when it actually shows up. What Austin Dillon did at the end of this race wasn't just awesome. I'd argue it was completely justifiable. Often lost in the spectacle of racing is that each of these cars is not a one-man show.
I'm proud of him.
There are people below the line that make it all possible. Winning and making the playoffs isn't just some vanity project for the driver. It unlocks millions of dollars in prize money that helps pay for all these hard workers. For the past 18 months, the 3 team has been enduring miserable results despite their best efforts. Austin Dillon sees these people depending on him every day. And on top of that,
Holy
he's
shit,
not
I didn't
getting
know
any
that
younger
stat.
himself. For all he knows, this may be the last shot at glory he's ever gonna get. But come on now, does all of this really make it justifiable to intentionally crash 2 opponents for the win? Everyone wants to win, obviously, but you have to at least do so under a basic system of etiquette. And my response to that is, why should he? Because if we're being honest with ourselves, NASCAR's age of etiquette went away a long time ago. The modern sanctioning body has pretty much always maintained a hands-off approach when policing intentional contact. It's a well-known fact at this point that you can purposely wreck someone for the win and not be punished for it. The 2 victims of tonight have been guilty of this, Dillon himself has been guilty of this, so why not push things even further? The best case scenario is that they just let it slide like everything else. But, unfortunately, Austin Dillon had crossed an invisible line in the sand. A few days later, NASCAR announces that the 3 team will not be granted a playoff berth from this stunt. It goes down in the record books as an encumbered victory, which is usually reserved for cars that get caught breaking the rules or failing post-race inspection. But the hilarious thing about all of this is that I don't believe Austin Dillon actually broke any rules here. I think what he did was so outlandish that no one thought to make a rule for it, and that NASCAR simply invented one after the fact specifically to punish him. Of course, the sanctioning body keeps their rulebook a secret, so we'll never know if this was the case. But with the ruling, Austin Dillon was condemned to maintain a 32nd place points finish. So, does that mean that this grand gesture was all for nothing? Well, in an odd way, I think that when you look at the bigger picture, this whole affair was a win for the sport, for a reason that was actually hiding in plain sight. Because, for the first time in God knows how long, NASCAR's leadership were forced to backtrack.
Fuck, go back.
Dillon's antics essentially caused them to expose their own hypocrisy.
That is so many fucking
Anyone
rules.
has a chance because it's win and you're in. But not like that. All of a sudden, there was a moment that was too chaotic for the sport that loves chaos in the midst of their most chaotic season in history. It sounds like such a small
Why is he
thing,
sweating out
but
of
this
his gloves?
incident planted a seed in the minds of both the fans and the folks in charge. At a moment when it feels like change is impossible, you'd be surprised how quickly it can all unravel. For 10 years now, the playoffs have been sabotaging drivers.
Pretty bullshit, but they had paved their own. They had paved their own road at that point. They should have just stuck with it. At the time, I agreed with it because I was like, yeah, that you can't do that. Like at some point, you can't do that. But looking back, and it's like looking at it in retrospect, it's like, well, he wasn't the first one to do that, and this is what they clearly wanted. So
Yeah.
To make this happen, we're gonna need someone to pull off the greatest troll job in NASCAR history. Someone who's not afraid of being hated. Someone who has plenty of experience with pissing off the fan base.
This guy.
Oh,
And then he's gonna go up there and thank God and praise everything with his baby. It's a bunch of BS. It's not even freaking close.
Did I ever tell you about the legend of Even Year Logano? If you've been paying close attention, you may have noticed that since the very beginning of the playoffs, Joey Logano has made it to the finals every year that ends in an even number. During this streak, when he's not taking the title for himself, he often plays a major part in deciding the winner. You may also notice that 2024 is another even-numbered year. But halfway through the season, it looks like the streak is in jeopardy, because Logano has been running way off the pace. Don't worry though, because this is all according to plan. Think about it this way. If you could invent a scenario that would most totally destroy the credibility of these NASCAR playoffs, how would you do it? Well, we've already seen what it's like when the system robs an elite driver of a deserved championship. This is pretty bad, but it's still not the worst case scenario. No, that would be if the system rewards a mediocre driver with an undeserved championship. For instance, did you know that in the NASCAR playoffs, it's possible to win the title even after finishing dead last in 31 of the 36 events? This hypothetical was only made possible in the last few years.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like all you have to do is win 4 races, and you don't even have to try the rest of them. You just got to show up.
Let's say for the first 25 races of the year, you show up each week and park your car after just 1 lap.
That's what I'm saying!
25 last place finishes. In race 26, you win, locking yourself into the playoffs despite sitting dead last in the standings. Now, just repeat these same steps in each of the 3 rounds of the playoffs, finishing dead last twice and winning once, and congratulations! You have now advanced to the Final 4. And for the cherry on top, in the championship race, all you have to do is finish ahead of the other 3 contenders. And the sport of NASCAR, under this current rule set, would be forced to recognize you as the champion. In 2024, Joey Logano is about to do the closest thing possible to this.
Wait, you don't know who Stig is?
No.
No shot.
Mods, look into this.
Okay, so you know,
Stig.
So you know Top Gear.
Top Gear. I didn't know he had a name.
Yeah, he's the guy who like did all of the stuff that would potentially kill you with a car.
They don't even give him a name. He's just the Stig.
Yeah.
I thought this was just a dude. I thought.
No.
All right, it's like here's the main trio, and then here's Mike over here, and he's gonna go possibly die for us. But it's okay because Jeremy Clarkson's gonna drop a funny.
I think they named him the Stig to keep him like anonymous.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably like multiple people, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I got yelled at. It's like not knowing the answer in math class. It's like, why don't you know? Oh, K-Cock me went fucking dumb. The fucking Stig, dude! Stig my digging.
Jesus.
A man who blinks horizontally and never blinks. Dude! The way Texan wrote that reminds you of the fucking she came down in a bubble, dog. The Wicked Witch of the East, bro.
Oh my days.
Oh fuck. Ooh, sabotag. Fuck, my chest hurts from that. Oh, there it goes.
In what was otherwise a middling regular season, he wins precisely once. He does this in the dumbest way possible. After an unprecedented 5 overtime clown show sends the race so far past its scheduled distance that the leaders start running out of fuel. This allows Logano to swoop in and steal the victory after being out of contention all day. Step 1 complete. Now it's on to round 1 of the playoffs. Here, he wastes no time and edges out another victory at Atlanta, which has recently been reconfigured into NASCAR's third super speed for chaos, of course. On to round 2, where Logano appears to hit a bit of a snag. He's banking on winning at Talladega, which he gets close to doing before getting taken out by the big one. He finishes way back in 33rd, falling so far in the standings that the next week, he gets eliminated from the playoffs.
Unfortunately, the 2-time series champion does not have an opportunity to be a 3-time champ. Their playoffs run ends
who cares,
right now.
buddy?
This, of course, is all according to plan. Because a few hours later,
Suck early,
Bowman,
abuse the system.
Oh wait, I want to look at those. Suck early, abuse system, 5 past most races, offer hope.
Because a few hours later, Alex Bowman, the face of disappointment, gets disqualified in post-race inspection. The ruling drops him out of the next round and puts Logano back in. The very next week...
Excuse me? Take it away.
He's...
You're joking. What the fuck is that plot armor, by the way?
We're talking about Austin Dillon's plot armor? Chud Racer. Joey Chudgano, yeah. Yeah, it's actually crazy. When it happened, I'm in like a NASCAR server on Discord, and someone posted the tweet, and I'm like, what? Why? Because like 3 hours earlier, everyone's like, yeah, Logano's out. Yeah, fuck that guy. And then we're like, what? You can't fucking kill him. He's the main fucking character. You can't come back from the dead. It's like a fucking shonen manga.
He stretches his fuel to barely squeak out a victory at Las Vegas, moving him all the way up to the championship race. Now, this is the part of the mission where it's imperative that our secret agent is a hated driver. Because despite the sheer amount of stupidity it's taken to get to this step, there is still a risk of fans starting to rally around the situation as some kind of Cinderella run. Fortunately, Logano is not some plucky underdog from the back of the pack. He spent plenty of time hogging the spotlight and is someone the fans will surely be disgusted to see win. In fact, the very idea of this seems to whip the rest of the sport into a frenzy. With only 3 spots in the championship remaining, the rest of the field enters desperation mode. Tyler Reddick, who just a week before was sent tumbling
Mad Max, I
upside
haven't
down,
seen it yet.
clinches the next spot with a win at Homestead. The following week, Ryan Blaney secures the 3rd spot at Martinsville, but behind him, the chase for the championship turns ugly. This game of musical chairs has left only 1 spot up for grabs, and the teams who end up fighting for it happen to be the 2 most powerful organizations in NASCAR. The loser will be left out of the championship entirely. Because of this, the race devolves into a truly dark moment for the sport. It features obvious signs of collusion and team orders at a manufacturer level. There is enough evidence to disqualify both drivers involved in the dispute, but NASCAR ultimately disregards the whole situation, choosing instead to move Christopher Bell out on a technicality. The very legitimacy of the sport was melting down right in front of us, but at the end of the day, all the mayhem, manipulation, and bad blood didn't end up mattering. While everyone else was at each other's
It also
throats,
took 30
the
minutes for
yellow
them to
22
disqualify
car
Christopher
simply
Bell for
drove
that.
off into the sunset.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my god.
He's a 3-time Cup Series champion.
This
Oh,
today
brother.
is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
Is it okay that I feel like I don't want to live anymore?
Yes, Bobby, that's normal.
This chicanery? Are you telling me that a man just
What
happens
the
to fall
fuck,
like that?
dude?
No, he orchestrated it. What a sick
Everyone's
joke.
pissed.
What a sick joke.
Alan, we are so
fucked. Ow!
Well, in the words of Yogi Berra, it's deja vu all over again. Joey Logano wins the 2024 championship with an average finish of 17th. Over all 36 races, 11 other drivers scored more points than him. In fact, the 3 drivers who scored the most points all season didn't even get to compete for the championship. And that's not all. By winning the title 2 of the last 3 years, Joey Logano
John
put together
NASCAR.
the makings of a playoffs dynasty. After all this time spent trying to inject more chaos into the sport, order still found a way to emerge on the other side. How did they do it? The same way Jimmy Johnson did it all those years ago. When you crown a champion at the same track every year, all you have to do is invest your resources in that one track. Logano and Penske Motorsports figured out that if you're the fastest at Phoenix, you're pretty much guaranteed a championship as long as you make it there, which, with a little bit of luck, isn't that hard to do. The playoffs had been solved, which meant that they were now broken beyond repair. No one knew what this meant for the future of the sport, but if one thing's for sure, this is the moment that Joey Logano became Heisenberg.
Yeah, I saved at the pump.
John NASCAR.
All the way back in the 2016 finale, when Carl Edwards' dreams of a championship evaporated after it looked like victory was assured, he stepped out of his car, left the track, and never raced again. The chaos had simply become too much for him. For years, I never understood how a driver in their prime could walk away from all that fame and fortune. But now, I get it. Because in the 2024 season,
Quoting my
the
joke.
chaos
Hello again,
became
Knives.
too much for me.
Hi, Knives.
And I'm
Good
someone who
news.
happens to like chaos. It makes for a good story. But this season of NASCAR
Bubba!
racing really made me question whether I still should.
It's my favorite driver.
In fact, I started wondering how any human being is supposed to feel about chaos. Conventional wisdom seems to offer us mixed messages. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's evil. The Dungeons & Dragons alignment chart places chaos on its own axis entirely. Plenty of religious texts consider disorder to be an enemy of mankind, while others believe that it's an essential part of life itself. In modern fiction,
Trademark
chaos
Mashi.
is typically associated with villains, but it may also be a heroic attribute if law and order become too oppressive. When we examine our own lives, chaos is usually bad news for organized societies, often leading to the collapse of the stock market and, in extreme cases, the population. But even with that in mind, there is something undeniably tempting about spontaneous events.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't know, something amazing, I guess.
Perhaps we can learn
Me
to
too, kid.
appreciate them, because there may come a day when chaos becomes a thing of the past. One of the leading theories in thermodynamics spells out the eventual heat death of the universe,
death.
where all matter and energy will break down into an endless soup of nothingness. In this final state of maximum entropy, chaos as we know it would cease to exist. The universe would remain at rest, unchanging, for eternity.
Fucking
This
NASCAR
is
video,
all to
by the way.
suggest that chaos may ultimately
NASCAR
become the
video.
most destructive force we know. It can even destroy itself. Midway through the 2025 season, NASCAR announced that the playoff format had reached its merciful end. After 12 years of chaos and 12 years of frustration,
Wait,
the
so they
sport
changed
is
the rules?
finally embracing order
Fucking
once
finally.
again. The new system will
Oh my
scrap
God.
the winner-take-all finale and place more emphasis on consistent finishes. Due to contractual obligations, the changes were set to go into effect starting in the 2026 season.
Oh.
This meant that 2025 was now the last hurrah for NASCAR's Age of Insanity. Hopefully that means that the worst is behind us. All that was left to do is run out the clock and pray that nothing else stupid happens. So you know what? To commemorate the end of an era, let's take a break from all the existential dread and have some fun.
This is fun. We're having fun.
Did you know that Austin Dillon has a brother?
Nice.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about this.
Hi, Dylan.
Despite following in Austin's footsteps, Ty Dillon could never really step out of his older brother's shadow. He won less, finished worse, and struggled to accomplish much of anything. After 7 seasons in Cup,
The God of Chaos is a NASCAR fan.
spending most of his career as a journeyman for backmarker teams. In 2024, he was demoted to the Truck Series and couldn't even put up good results there. But just when it looked like he was on his way out of the sport, opportunity came calling. A Cup seat had opened up for the 2025 season, giving Ty one more chance to compete at the highest level. Of course, he immediately went back to being an afterthought. That is, until the beginning of NASCAR's inaugural in-season tournament. I know, it sounds like yet another insipid gimmick, but with no real championship implications, it really is just a fun sideshow to keep fans entertained during the dog days of summer. Anyway, the tournament bracket features 32 drivers, and Ty Dillon just barely makes the cut as the 32nd seed. In the first round, he gets matched up against the points leader Denny Hamlin. Clearly, he has no shot of beating him, right? Well, not so fast. The first round takes place at Atlanta, which you'll recall is now a super speedway, which tend to trigger the big one, which ends up happening and collecting Denny Hamlin. Ty, on the other hand, scores his lone top 10 of the season and advances to the second round. The following week, his opponent once again gets caught up in an early pileup, allowing Ty to cruise to the quarterfinals. The week after that, he just barely edges out his next opponent to reach the final 4. The week after that, the same exact thing happens.
Oh my god.
The fucking brothers are nuts.
The entire tournament has advanced to the finals. He comes so close to winning the whole thing too, only needing to finish above 21st. But at the end of the road, the glass slipper finally broke for Ty Dillon. Coincidentally,
it was a great
the
day.
Happens to be another racing grandson named Ty, leaving our hero to wonder what could have been. He didn't get a fairy tale ending, but for a brief window of time, Ty Dillon was the talk of the NASCAR
It was
world,
actually kind of funny,
seizing every
'cause no one
opportunity
talks
in a
about
way
Ty
that only
Dillon,
a
but
children's
everyone was
fan.
like, holy
I
shit,
tried
this
to tell you
motherfucker's
that
actually gonna do
chaos
it.
runs in this family. Speaking of which, how did the other Dillon brother perform in 2025? Well, after moving past the whole collusion deal from last season, Austin Dillon pretty much went back to business as usual. Just a few weeks until the playoffs, he's found himself right at home, sitting 28th in the standings. That's when he pays another visit to Richmond Raceway, a year removed from the one that sort of got away. By now, Austin Dillon has won races in just about every unexpected way imaginable. It's gotten to the point where the most surprising thing he could do is score a good old-fashioned, straightforward, ordinary victory. And by now, you've probably figured out that Austin Dillon is full of surprises.
Last year, it was controversy right here, where there was contact with Joey Logano, contact with Denny Hamlin. There's no contact this year. It's all Austin Dillon. He's going to the playoffs.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the swan song of the playoffs without Austin Dillon randomly locking up a spot with a win that no one on Earth could have predicted. And this time, he gets to keep it. So now, all that's left to do is
Because he didn't have controversy. He just won it outright. Won it clean. It was the first time it ever happened.
It can at least bow out of the sport gracefully. And well,
Gracefully.
let's just say that everyone was reminded of why they were glad to see it go.
Has to be scripted. It's not. That's what's crazy about it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
of 2025
need to show you League of Legends lore, because that shit is scripted, like unironically.
In all 3 series across 3 days of pure psychosis.
I need to
Thus
show you a
far,
League of
I've
Legends
neglected to
documentary,
mention
because that
how the
shit's actually
playoffs have
like
warped
incredible.
NASCAR's
Please
lower
do.
divisions. We've missed out on such gems as a Truck Series driver becoming champion with 0 wins, and an Xfinity Series driver becoming champion after winning for the very first time. But rest assured, both of these series have saved the best for last. So let's start with the Truck Series. Corey Haim has just put up the most dominant season in its 30-year history. He enters the finale having won 11 of the 24 races. He has led more than 40% of the laps on the entire schedule.
Oh my
His
god.
3 opponents in the final 4 have combined for 1 victory between them. This is the NASCAR equivalent of a hydrogen bomb versus 3 coughing babies. In any reasonable format, Haim would have locked up the championship weeks ago. But as we know, the NASCAR playoffs may put his entire season in jeopardy. So everyone is left to hold their breath and pray that the guy we all know deserves the championship actually gets to win it. He comes so close to getting screwed over by late race shenanigans, but after making a 7-wide pass on the final restart, Corey Heim got to walk away with the championship that he already earned long ago.
Yay.
The following night, Connor Zilisch wasn't so lucky. He entered the Xfinity Series finale with 10 victories, more than double any other driver in the field. At one point during the season, he put together a stretch of 18 consecutive top 5 finishes. He has accomplished all of this before his 20th birthday. Zilisch may very well be the most talented NASCAR
he is an insane
prospect we have ever seen, but the playoffs do not care about who you are and what you've done. With just 25 laps to go, he falls out of the lead and never gets it back. He loses the championship to the Richard Childress racing car of Jesse Love, who only won a single other race all season. The crew chief for this car is Danny Stockman, who 12 years earlier was atop the pit box for Austin Dillon's 0-win championship in this same series. After the defeat, Connor Zilisch stepped out of his car, sat down, and sobbed. Every sport is always looking to create new stars. Zilisch deserved to be celebrated as one of NASCAR's brightest, and the playoffs just snuffed him out. By Sunday's Cup Series finale, everyone is just ready to move on. Forget all the exhausting arguments about fairness and legitimacy. All we want out of the playoffs at this point is a feel-good moment. Can they at least deliver us that much? This season in Cup, there's no dominant title favorite, but in this race, there is a sentimental favorite. Denny Hamlin is NASCAR's most decorated driver who has never won the championship. His father has fallen terminally ill and will not live to see him try again next year. The race that follows is plagued by chaos. The tire compound is too soft, causing numerous blowouts throughout the day. No one is safe, not even the championship contenders. But through all of this, Hamlin stays the course. He dominates the race, leading 208 of the 319 laps. With 4 laps to go, he is riding off into the sunset. The wheel for Denny Hamlin is still and perfect. And then...
Oh boy! William Byron has a tire issue and the caution is out!
Oh no. Overtime! No!
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
While sitting in the cockpit after watching it all go to shit, the 44-year-old Hamlin simply gazed forward with tears in his eyes. It doesn't matter how old you are, the feeling never gets any less painful.
Aww.
Do you ever wonder if back in 2006, Brian France watched the end of the movie Cars while possibly drunk or high, and decided to make that the official championship format of the biggest motorsport in America? Because I really have no other explanation for why anyone thought this was a good idea. How could we not see any of this coming? In a sport where this is possible, we're gonna decide our champions within one single race? What were we thinking? How could any of us be this stupid? The NASCAR playoffs have left behind a legacy of fire and fury, not unlike what General Sherman left behind after his march to the sea. 8 out of 12 times it failed to reward the driver who scored the most points. 9 out of 12 times it failed to reward the driver who won the most races. 10 out of 12 times it failed to reward the driver with the best average finish. If we weren't crowning champions based on any of these metrics, then what exactly have we been doing this whole time? NASCAR just spent more than a decade rigging the sport so that the best driver usually wasn't the champion. This is not just dysfunction, it's malpractice. And now I come to find out that this mental sickness is somehow infesting other motorsports. Why? So we can keep manufacturing more of these
Australian GT adopted it, and I think they got rid of it after 1 year.
Obsession with making auto racing more like other sports. When I first started watching NASCAR at the age of 8, I didn't choose to become a fan because it reminded me of football or baseball or basketball. I watched NASCAR because it was unique. There was nothing else like it. The Book of Genesis describes the origin of mankind's descent into chaos. When Adam
NASCAR video, by the way.
ate an apple and were expelled from the Garden of Eden. They already had everything they needed, but they still wanted more. They wanted to be something else. NASCAR is located squarely in the middle of the Bible Belt. You'd think that they, of all people, would have heeded the warning, but no, they still made the mistake of picking the apple.
The format is one thing, right? But playoffs, I think we're not going to go away from playoffs.
The folks in charge then spent the next decade figuring out why anything resembling
Watch
playoffs
NASCAR because it was unique. The Book of Genesis. Wait. There's a fucking...
NASCAR because it was unique. The Book of Genesis.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the second video. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta.
The larger
oh my god.
an animal species is, the more likely it is to favor quality of offspring over quantity of offspring. Smaller animals like insects, rabbits, and birds can afford to have a lot of babies at once, while larger species like whales, elephants, and rhinos are much slower to reproduce. The ender dragon.
The Ender Dragon.
That's fucking awesome. Oh my god. I can't breathe. The Book of Genesis. The fucking Bible jump scare.
Oh, hold on, wait, there's another one.
Set their...
There's another one?
Wait.
Okay, I'm looking.
My fucking tears in my eyes.
their sights on the entire planet. Their next target, China. Despite their best efforts, the Chinese military, fighting with all their might, ultimately succumbed to the overwhelming power of the alien invaders. The aliens thought Earth's conquest would be swift and easy, but they were wrong. With the unexpected return of Hitler, set their sights on the entire planet.
Unexpected return.
There's a sequel, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck me, I'm crying. Oh fuck. Get your fucking breath. Okay. Oh fuck.
To understand this,
The peak of Lent's comedic career.
was look at the word itself.
It's everyone unfollow. It's all downhill after this.
This January, NASCAR announced the new championship format, which looks to be a rehash of the chase for the Cup. For many fans, it wasn't enough. The excessive chaos of the past decade has contributed to a groundswell of support for the traditional order of the original full-season points format. In terms of returning to order, the new system is at least a step in the right direction. But even now, after everything that's happened, NASCAR's executives have expressed a hesitancy to abandon chaos. They are still terrified of allowing the sport to be judged on its own merits.
The traditional way of doing points would be tough to do in this era. Because we are looking towards a younger group of people. Somebody's winning the point series by 487 points. Like, I mean, that ain't exciting to the young guy. So we got to make it. And our attention span, my social media guy says, remember, Chris, 30 seconds long, not 4 hours, 30 seconds. So yes, sir.
I mean, hell, at this point, why not just put Subway Surfers or Family Guy clips on the broadcast if you're so concerned about chasing fickle engagement? I happen to know
Fickle.
for a fact that you don't need a bunch of vapid gimmicks to make people care about this sport. I know this because I've single-handedly made millions of people tune in to stories about NASCAR, many of whom had never seen a single race before. And for as tempting as it may be to personally take credit for this, I'll confess that I am simply the messenger, relaying to the rest of the world what was already set in stone long ago. There is no magic spell I'm putting on people to force them to care. This sport, for all of its problems, really is that interesting.
My eyes are actually burning from crying.
Seriously, the grit, drama, and intensity are unmatched by anything else. For too
Ender
long,
Dragon.
the people running the show have lost sight of this, and now a new generation of Americans are discovering their love of racing through another sport.
I'm in the last thing. Oh yeah, we're in like the last straight of the video.
Young demographics that
Yeah.
Oh, he came in right after the Ender Dragon thing.
by stuffing their series full of contrived theatrics. They made larger-than-life stars by simply letting the best drivers go out and dominate. Most seasons end in blowouts, most races end in blowouts, but for some reason, short attention spans no longer seem to apply. People tune in. This past season saw one of the greatest championship battles in history. They didn't need point resets or multiple rounds or eliminations. It was just good old-fashioned racing. The solution is clear.
The thing is, Formula One isn't even good
NASCAR
racing.
may be forced to change their ways.
I remember
NASCAR at least has
20
good
of us
racing.
drivers went
Tony Stewart.
about, I don't know, 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, and sat with NASCAR and said, these are the things that we think will help make the sport better. And a person in NASCAR that I won't name sat there and looked me square in the eye and said that everything that we were talking about and what I was saying was 180 degrees backwards. And that's kind of when I was like, we're in bad shape. We're in trouble.
Way back in the summer of 1969, a rift formed between NASCAR and its race teams that was never really mended. More than half a century later, these tensions finally reached a boiling point. In 2024, team owners Bob Jenkins, Denny Hamlin, and some guy named Michael Jordan filed an antitrust lawsuit against the sanctioning body. The subsequent trial, which took place in December 2025, made Jim France and his lackeys look completely inept. As the case against NASCAR mounted higher and higher, their positions soon became untenable, and they caved. Denny Hamlin, who just 1 month earlier was humiliated by the playoff format, ended up getting the last laugh. NASCAR was forced to settle with the teams, giving them pretty much everything they wanted. For the first time ever, there was a crack in the armor of the France family dictatorship. In the fallout of the lawsuit, the relationship between the sanctioning body and the teams has been strained to its absolute limit. The trial process ended up leaking private messages from NASCAR's top executives that shocked and appalled the rest of the sport. The most troubling comment came from Commissioner Steve Phelps, who called Richard Childress a stupid redneck that owed his entire fortune to what NASCAR provided him. Not long after the trial, Phelps was forced to resign. This whole ordeal burnt a lot of bridges along the way. But perhaps out of the ashes, a new NASCAR can emerge. One where the folks in charge are more accountable to the teams and the fans.
Keep forgetting it's 2026.
What a day in Daytona. One of the greatest athletes of all time gets to come to Victory Lane and hoist one of the greatest trophies of all time.
I don't know what the future holds for stock car racing. I can't say whether people will like the new format or how much longer the Frances are going to be running the show. I am confident, however, that throughout all of this, Austin Dillon has probably been smiling, unbothered and unafraid. He'll most likely race for a few more seasons and then eventually take over the family business, which in recent years could use a bit of a tune-up. And who knows, maybe the Childress racing lineage will continue one day.
Damn, France!
Austin Dillon remains as a polarizing figure, loved by some and ridiculed by others. The debate rages on over whether he truly earned the spot he was given. The way
Why
I
did he
see
dab?
it,
What?
if he
This is like 2018.
Today, he would do so with 6 Cup Series victories to his name. That puts him well within the 100 best drivers to ever suit up at NASCAR's highest level. Did he match the legacy of the Intimidator? Obviously not, but he managed to carry on the number 3 in his own unique way. Like it or not, it's hard to imagine this crazy modern
him a
era
7.
of NASCAR
6,
without
7.
Austin Dillon stealing a win
Oh my
when
God,
he least
stop.
expected it.
No.
Maybe it's finally time to give him the respect he deserves. After all, I believe that he has an awful lot to teach us. The wind that extinguishes a candle's flame can also fuel a blazing inferno. Several years after predicting the worst financial crisis of our lifetimes, Nassim Taleb would publish Anti-Fragile, a revolutionary new theory about things that get stronger with chaos. This mysterious property can apply to just about everything, from the most complex systems to the simplest life forms. It can even apply to race car
NASCAR
drivers.
video, by the way.
Yeah,
Life as
NASCAR
we know
video.
it is getting more
We have,
chaotic.
all right,
With
so we
each
have
passing day,
the Black
it's becoming
Swan,
harder and harder
we
to
have
predict
the
future.
financial crisis,
Modern
we have the pandemic,
institutions believe that they
we
can
have
dodge chaotic events.
the heat
They
death
spend
of the
billions
universe,
on fancy models
we
that
have a
attempt to
Bible
foresee the
passage,
unforeseeable. But in an age
all
of
in a
discipline,
video about
The Ender
NASCAR's,
Dragon.
yeah, the Ender Dragon, and the
No one
unexpected
knows
return
what
of the funny
surprises are
painter.
waiting for us down the road.
All in a
Just like
video
no
about
one knows if it's
fucking
gonna
the
rain
shit
during the
playoff
next
system that
race at
NASCAR
Daytona.
has.
Chaos can only ruin people who are foolish enough to believe it won't affect them. To survive chaos, you must learn to expect it. You don't have to predict it. You don't even have to fully understand it. You just need to acknowledge it as an inevitability. Only then will it start working in your favor. So the next time the world around you begins slipping into pandemonium, it would be wise to follow the Black Swan.
Wow.
What a fucking
What a
trip.
good fucking video.
Yeah, he's so fucking good at what he does. I wish he would become just a full-on, just a full-on NASCAR VTuber. NASCAR YouTube video maker, YouTuber, that's the word I'm looking for. He's just so fucking good at it.
Wow.
Yeah. Man. I'll leave a like there. Mods, turn him into a
Mods, turn him
VTuber.
into a VTuber.
Listen, I know of one other lemon VTuber. We don't need to crowd the room. Oh my god.
Wow.
That was a fucking ride and a half.
What a good fucking video.
This
I learned
is-
so much about NASCAR from that. Low-key.
Yeah.
I would start watching NASCAR if I could.
Yes, watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
I just don't know when it's on. Like, I'd actually unironically watch it after that.
I got you. I got you. I'm gonna make Byte into a NASCAR fan.
I'm so down to become a NASCAR fan after that. That is insane.
Yeah! It's so good. I missed it all. You gotta watch it, buddy. Listen to
You
it.
gotta watch it.
It's so
good.
fucking good. It was such a such a wild ride. Like everything, he has so many. All of his NASCAR videos are like fucking actual gems. Like so, during that period, he was describing like that 2018 to like 2021ish, 2022ish range. I was like, I have fallen out of love with the sport that I'd been watching since I was a kid. And I watched once in a while and I was just like, the racing's not good. The playoff system's really stupid. My favorite driver and most of the drivers I grew up watching all retired. So it's like, I needed like something to rejuvenate me with. And his video, where is it? The Art of Revenge. This one, I watched it and I instantly fell back in love with NASCAR. And I haven't missed a race since. Oh my god. Yeah, this is such a good fucking video. Like it's this one and then the Talladega one. But the way he makes things piece together, it does make it seem almost like NASCAR is scripted, but not in a way that's like, you know, this driver's gonna crash at this point and then this driver's gonna win and blah 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 and these are the storylines. Like he connects things that happened in like the 1700s to like something that happened in 2009, and it makes so much sense when he does it. Like at the end of the Talladega video, I like had my head in my hands. I was like, what the fuck? What?
Okay.
So good.
So this video, I wanna show you.
Hmm.
So there's two, right? The one that we can watch on stream together is called The Last Dance. It's an hour long.
Okay.
The actual one that I want to watch with people on Discord or something like that at some point is a 4-hour video called The Rivalry That Broke League of Legends.
The rivalry that broke League of Legends.
It's 4 hours long.
Oh, that's a marathon. Holy shit, I
Yeah.
love long videos.
But
like League of
The
Legends.
Last Dance is actually the really good one that you want to watch.
Hold on. I'm getting cultured with fic. Okay. Link me. I was changing it since we're not watching RACIN
Oh,
anymore.
you want to watch it today?
If you still have the energy for it, I'm down to watch.
Cause like, wait. Let me like double check that it is The Last Dance that I need to watch, because like low key, it's actually like NASCAR vibes.
Now we're talking. You're speaking my language. I fucking.
Okay. Settings, tone.
Nothing compared to the 39-hour Metal Gear retrospective. That should be how we end the 1.0 thing. The 1.0 ride. It's just a whole stream where I just watched the Metal Gear retrospective that's 40 hours long. That'd be fucking wild to do a 40-hour stream. I couldn't imagine it. I would have, at some point I'd have to sleep on stream. I feel like I'd just have to. I get 40 hours straight. There's no way I could healthily stay up for that long. What is the last day of...
Oh god. Okay, so I'll have to find it at some point, but let me tell you like the plot for this like historical event in League of Legends esports, right?
Oh, it's esports.
this
Okay, I thought this was a lore video.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
No. It's League of Legends esports. So essentially, right?
Yeah.
There's this. You know who Faker is, right?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Faker is. Well, he is the best League of Legends champion of all time.
Oh. Wait. Champion as in player or like champion as in the character?
He like player. Like
Okay.
he has, I'm pretty sure, 4 world champions to his name.
Oh shit, he's Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, and he still has another 4 years, and he's like 30 years old, and he's playing for another 4 years. He's contracted for another 4 years.
Could he continue, or is that like the end? Did he say he's just writing out his contract?
He can continue if he wants to, but he's gonna retire after 4 years, because typically the lifespan or like the career span of a League of Legends player, they typically end around like being 28 years old.
A lifespan? They just kill him after that. They fucking put him down.
But like you get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So basically, right? This happened during 2022, like during the peak of the pandemic. Everybody's watching this, right?
Yeah.
And there's this, so Faker, right? He left school to basically play League full time. And so did his childhood friend, Deft. Like, they weren't childhood friends, but they went to the exact same school at the exact same time in the exact same year.
There's no fucking shot.
No. Seriously, right? And guess what? Right?
What?
Deft. So, oh my god, no. I actually need to see if I can show you it. Like, it's so much better.
They're
in a
secretly
video.
lovers.
I'm not gonna spoil it. Yeah. No.
Oh.
Wait, hold up. Let me see, because like the story is actually like so fucking scripted. It's not even funny.
Oh fuck. And I'm gonna go. While you find it, I'm gonna go PP room real quick.
Okay.
Right back. Chat, be nice.
Yes, this is the video. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Everybody, you need to strap the fuck in because, like, I fucking love this video so much. Not as much as the 4-hour one, but like, this one is an hour and 11 minutes. It's so good. Like, I know League of Legends, like, is a really shitty game, right? Like, it's a very shitty game. But the esports history of it is insane. Like, it's insanely good. And it's still insanely good. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be sharing this.
What did I miss?
Okay, I found it. The one that I did look through is the one that I wanted to show you.
Beautiful.
What's
League of
in
Legends.
League
No,
of Legends?
focus!
No.
Focus away!
Please don't
Focus
leave.
away!
Please don't leave. It's so good. It's so good.
Focus, hold on.
So
Hold on. Trust me, I don't like League of Legends either, but I gotta give it the chance. I gotta give it the chance.
The history
She listened
is so
to
good.
She listened to me about NASCAR for 2 hours. Also, you made it sound very interesting.
It is so good.
My allergies.
Okay.
All right. The Last Dance. Who do you buy? I thought that just said gay 99. I was like, oh.
League of Legends, I just got back. Guys, please hear me out. Please hear me out. It's so good. I played ARAM once, lost my life. No. I've already said the game is shitty, but the esports history is insanely good.
Everyone's like, League of Legends, I think I'm busy.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I've played exactly 2 games of League of Legends. I had no idea what I was doing both times, and then I deleted it off my computer. I never went back. It's like, wait a minute. This isn't fun. To have that happen at Worlds in the quarterfinals against this team. Am I really not meant to? Oh, that sounds heartbreaking.
If you didn't know Deft before 2022, it would be hard to describe why
The community was wild, and the esports got weird for me after a few years.
So badly. It wasn't just that
Bad.
Deft had
I never
dropped
played
out
League of
high
Legends. Why is
school
it
to
bad?
try to go pro
Toxic.
in League. It also wasn't just
Also not
that
very
developing
fun.
attitude, which turned him into one of the greatest AD carries of all time. It wasn't just that he overcame a career-threatening injury, or that all his teammates loved him, or that he seemed so
Threatening
nice
injury.
he always made friends everywhere he went. It was
He
all
goes
of
into
that,
it in this video.
combined with the
Heard Jeff.
fact Deft wanted to win Worlds more than anything.
사실 이게 시간이 너무
Oh
오래
yeah,
지나다
there's gonna be
보니까
like a lot of Korean in this, by the way, because it
이제는
like
왜
Well, yeah.
하는지 모르겠는데
yeah,
그냥
League of Legends
해야
is
되는
very much a
것
Korean
같아요.
esport.
Yeah. I always knew the meme from Overwatch where it was like, if you see Korean characters on the other team, you might as well just pack it up.
그냥
Yeah,
그거
literally.
해보려고 살고 있는.
Even though Deft had qualified for League's World Championship so many years,
Only good merit is
this
hot
was
woman
the
and
one
hot man.
tournament he could never conquer. He always fell short on the stage that mattered most, and as if the universe
Invictus
was playing
Gaming.
some kind of cruel joke, his high school classmate was the one that always got the better of him.
Yeah, they went to the
The
same
obsession
class
of
and
chasing
everything.
a title brought
That's
Deft back for one
ridiculous.
more season in 2022, but this year seemed like his longest shot yet.
Deft's last dance as he returns to DRX, King and
Hi, Pedro.
Piosik, Zeka, Deft, and Beryl. According to the reputable reporter, Midno Flash, Deft is returning to DRX for last dance. So this team has like good names on it, you know, Piosik, Deft, Beryl. But I feel like
It's really funny
this-
not
this-
knowing
this-
any of these
this ain't it.
names.
This team ain't it.
But I feel like it's like,
Can I
wait,
get a
wait,
bit here?
wait.
Alright.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's
go,
like,
go back to the names, and then I can like tell you who in that is important, right?
I was, yeah, I feel like this is
Hangin?
like the Joey Logano, Austin Dillon thing. It's like names. That's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Hangin is currently one of the best tops. Oh my god, one of the best top players in the world.
Yeah. Okay.
Back in 2022, nobody like really knew who he was. One of the best tops. Okay. Beryl is like a jokester. He is funny. He can play champions that aren't supposed to be in the role that he plays. That's why people know Beryl. Deft is the most Deft is the main character for this story.
Okay. These are Austin Dillon.
Pioshik is a pretty decent jungler, and then you got Zeka, I guess. Zeka like fumbles like all the fucking time.
Aroldis Chapman.
No. I still love Zeka. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, holy shit, he makes some mistakes sometimes.
Cringe, you're fucking it up, buddy.
You're fucking it
Pioshik,
up.
Deft, Beryl. But I
Billy
feel
Billy Gaming.
No, this ain't it. This team ain't it. I feel like Deft
Billy
is
Billy Gaming.
crashing out a bit here, or I hope so.
This season, Deft would be joining DRX, who had a mostly unknown lineup. 3 younger stars were rostered in top, jungle, and mid, none of which having ever won a domestic competition before. The only reliable strength on the team was bot lane, where Deft would team up with a former world champion support, hopefully carrying them to greatness.
You usually found it fun? Well, I mean, it's popular for a reason.
This team didn't
I imagine a lot of people find it
which
fun.
is why so many fans were all but depressed that this was going to be how Deft's career would end. What nobody knew at the time, though, was that this year...
Right?
Yeah.
For context, the reason why people call it The Last Dance is because this year that this story takes place in, 2022, was the last time Deft would ever play League of Legends competitively if he didn't win Worlds. And he was gonna go to military after this.
Oh, shit.
So that's why people find it so important that he was to win this year.
Wait a second, I have to look something up. The Last Dance. Okay. Because I was gonna say there's a documentary on Michael Jordan also called The Last Dance. And I wonder if that has spawned a phrase. Yeah, because that was his last hurrah in the NBA, going for like I think like his 6th championship or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I never watched it, but I remember it was like super important, super influential, and it came out during like COVID, so it was like no one had anything else to watch, and everyone was just watching that all the time.
Yeah.
League is the same as NGL. Some roles get shit on, others way more. Thankless picked. You got to get shoved into some roles outside the fan base. South Korean. Yeah, I know about the conscription laws in South Korea. All I know about like games where it has like a meta or something, is people would get pissed at me whenever I would get selected as healer in Overwatch, and then I'd play Moira, and they're like, "Oh, fucking Moira player," and I was like,
"What's wrong with Moira?"
I don't know. They would just be like, "Fucking Moira player, you're not gonna actually heal." I was like, "No, okay, I'm sorry."
You do fucking heal as Moira though. What?
I know, but I guess Moira players, I guess, have like a stereotype that they just do damage because she does really good damage.
Oh yeah.
Or Moira is the best thing
I
you work
play
at.
Overwatch.
No, you don't. You don't have to do.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. I've played a lot of Overwatch, and don't play Overwatch. That is like one of the highest things on my reward list, because I really don't want to fucking play Overwatch on stream. When I first started streaming, I think I mentioned it, and I was like, I will never in my life play Overwatch on stream because it does things to me. I become a different person. I am surprised that I've never got a ban for the man I become when I play fucking Overwatch.
That's funny. That's really funny.
My main, good damage, good heal. Starry told me she was trying to recruit you to play silly, goofy Overwatch. Off stream, I'll play, sure, but maybe. I don't even have it downloaded on this computer. Maybe I'll play, but I played it a little with. I played a handful of games with knives, and that was a true trust of friendship because I'd been drinking that day. Drinking and playing Overwatch is a really bad combo.
Oh no.
No, I was a good lemon.
Deft was going to face his most dramatic season yet, and when Worlds rolled around in October,
Wilds,
it would be one for the ages.
Deft versus Faker. Oh yeah, this is stylized like the Last Dance Michael Jordan thing.
Though, DRX were a long shot to qualify.
That's that's really. I like. From what I've seen of it, it's like it's a fantastic documentary.
This season, the LCK would be sending 4 teams to League's World Championship at the end of the season, with the 4 seeds being determined as follows. The Summer Split champion and presumptive best team in the LCK would get the number 1 seed. Whoever had performed next best over the whole year, measured by championship points, would then be seeded number 2.
And then we have the playoffs. Winning, you're in.
Play a small double elimination bracket against.
And it's Joey Logano from the top rope, joining League on an even year.
The winner of the losers bracket would get number 4. Of these 4 teams, seeds 1 through 3 would be given a direct spot at World's main event, with the 4th seed being forced to go through the additional play-in stage. Since no play-in team had ever won Worlds before, if Deft wanted a shot at the title, he'd likely need one of Korea's top 3 seeds,
He likes
which was a
llamas, by the
tall
way.
task in the hyper-competitive landscape of the modern LCK. Between the legacy orgs spending millions to stay on top,
their
teams filled
jackets
with
are very
stars,
nice.
Korea had become more competitive than it had ever been.
I remember the Overwatch
But at
teams
first,
having like jackets,
like
and I didn't give a
DRX
shit
might
about
be
the
able to hang
esports of
with the best
Overwatch,
of
but the jackets are so nice. I was tempted to buy some.
Really?
Yeah. There's like one team, I don't know their name, but they had like a black and gold colored scheme to them. Whoa.
Who is now 3-0 on his jinx.
In the 2022 spring split, DRX's bot lane focused strategy worked surprisingly well. Deft and Beryl terrorized the LCK as the two led their team to topple most opponents they faced. It may seem like an obvious roster construction in hindsight, pairing one of the best current supports with one of the greatest AD carries of all time, but it was actually a bit of a gamble.
We need to
That's
win
because Deft still had his back injury, which had limited him in recent years.
Ow.
Thankfully, though, shortly after signing with DRX, rehab efforts seemed to have all but cured his chronic pain, allowing him to return to the insane hours of practice Deft was used to. All his dedication paid off as DRX's bot lane carried the team to a top 4 placing in the regular season standings, with Deft and Beryl both earning All-Pro honors by the end of the split.
Fucking All-Pros? That's pretty funny.
It's a team game.
That's pretty cool.
LCK, DRX would need everyone performing.
Look, maybe I should get into esports. It's all crafted after sports I already watch. It'd be easy. I just gotta find it. I gotta watch a game that I actually really like.
The Kwangdong Freaks,
Yeah.
bringing their
Kwangdong Freaks.
5 games. Going into
You got a whole team of them?
focused hard, and played well enough that even though they dropped a few kills,
I wish
their objective control
there
seemed
could
to have
be
the
a,
match in hand. The commentators were
I wish I
praising
could
their
be an
map
Elden
control
Ring
to such a
esports
degree
because that is
they
the
were
only
calling
game
the
that
matches
I don't
good
care
as done.
about Elden Ring, but I love
Suddenly,
watching people play Elden Ring.
Can't even go for a Baron either because
Oh, I
all the
like
vision
Elden
control is there for DRX.
Whenever you play it, let me watch. I spent like an entire weekend just on Discord with my buddy while he played Elden Ring, and I was just like,
well, maybe the Rocket does it. Does the Rocket do it?
kill that.
Oh, I got it!
What?
This last-second Dragon Steal swung the game in their opponent's favor, and
What does a
DRX
Dragon
were
Steal do?
eliminated from playoffs in round 1.
So, okay.
This was a horribly
let me
worrying start.
explain some things about League of Legends that are very important when it comes to esports, right?
Yeah.
So dragons in League of Legends give you buffs. So if you have all 4 dragon slots filled on for your team,
Yeah.
you basically have all of those additional stats for your characters. And when you have the fourth one, so when you do have a fourth one, that gives you extra stats, and that's called a dragon soul.
How do you get an extra
So dragons are very important. Yeah, like all 4 dragons. And
Oh, okay.
so yeah, basically when you have 4 dragons, you basically get loads and loads of stats, and objectives are very important in League of Legends, right?
Okay.
When all of the dragons, so when you have, they're just super team buffs, yeah. And then when you have 4 dragons, Elder Dragon starts spawning, and then that acts like an execute. So when you're a certain percentage of health, it insta kills you.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the next objective you have, they didn't have Void Grubs in 2022. So you have a Rift Herald, which is basically a castle sieging tool. So he can like run into towers and do big damage to them.
Okay. Okay. I did play a little Smite back in the day, so I kind of understand what like MOBAs. Okay, I'm understanding that now. Okay, it's making sense.
And then the last one that you need to know is Baron, which is basically it buffs all of the minions that do extra damage and extra range.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, can you explain me this? What is a jungle? I hear it all the time. What does that mean?
So jungle. So you know how like in MOBAs you have lanes, right?
Yes.
So a jungler is basically the guy who is in between those lanes and is like farming all of the jungle pets in there. And basically what a jungler does is basically so you know how what's the best way to explain this? So you know like pit stops or whatever, they can like help the NASCAR people to like fix up their car or something.
Okay, yeah. Kind of top them off.
So it's kind of like that. Basically, you're trying to skew the odds into your favor to win the game. So when a jungler comes to help your lane, that's basically them like coming over to fix your car.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
This is all you gotta do.
And you're like
nothing's
and
clicking.
you're like breaking the other team's car basically.
Okay, this makes so much more sense to me now. It's like Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I never cared to play Elden Ring. I didn't care to buy it. It's just like watching someone else play it is very fun for me. Because I don't feel that way about Dark Souls, but Elden Ring specifically, I was like, hell yeah, I could watch this shit all day.
Start to the year, as it all but eliminated DRX's shot at getting Korea's #2 seed for Worlds.
Cringe.
The team was given so few championship points, in fact, that they might not even qualify for the regional bracket if they have any dip in performance in summer.
Hanwha life down there.
Incredibly sad for
Anchor.
Def, especially when compared
Cringe.
to how
Cleveland
his
Browns.
high school classmates' spring was going.
With the baleful strike, now Nexus turrets will go down. T1, an absolutely historical moment. 18-0 for the first time in the LCK, and they tie 2015 Summer SKT and Damwon 2020 Summer. 2 teams that then went on to win Worlds at plus 29 points in the season. Unprecedented from
in
this
League of
T1
Legends
roster.
esports is like
While
the
DRX
most
have been
favorable
figuring
team
their
in the
roster
league.
out, T1 had a perfect split.
Yeah.
18 series wins with
What?
0 losses. The first
They were
time any club had
undefeated
accomplished
during
a flawless
2022.
season in the LCK. It was
Hanwha
astonishing
life,
that
get
they
it
still
together,
had
buddy.
things to achieve. Now,
I'm gonna get a
20 years
Hanwha life
into his
jersey.
Career, by now, he was the
No,
only
that shit,
veteran
don't do
voice
that.
left
Good.
on
All
the
of my
team
sports
from
teams
their
are shit.
glory days. Everyone else rostered alongside him were younger,
Hanwha
ambitious
life.
teenagers about to become the stars of tomorrow.
Merch.
But the greatest mid laner of all time managed to prove again and again he could keep up with anyone. T1 continued their dominance into the following playoff, where they won another Korean title, all but assuring their ticket to Worlds. They got to go to MSI afterwards as well, and although they had a somewhat shaky performance on
And the most favored mid laner
in matches to Europe, North America,
most favored
and
mid
China
laner in Worlds since
before
2013.
losing Grand Finals to China, T1 fans were
Mamma
completely unfazed. They didn't care about MSI. They simply viewed it as practice for their rookie players that still needed some development on the main roster. After all, the true test would be later in the year. It looked like Faker's redemption arc had finally come, as T1 qualified for Worlds shortly after, even though the team fell in the summer playoff to Gen G, who got Korea's #1 seed to Worlds as their summer champion. T1's great performance year-round still secured them the #2 seed overall,
Oh, it
leaving
did?
only the regional bracket to determine Korea's final representatives for Worlds. This would have to be how Deft and DRX would qualify, but it looked like that wasn't going to happen. That's because...
Hold on, I have to hit the BRB screen real quick. Hold on. Restart VTube Studio. Ruh-roh. Damn.
Ruh-roh.
I've never had issues with VTube Studio. Today it just decides it doesn't want to exist anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if I could get you back on, actually. It's been probably well over 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, I think we can actually.
You stick with the same word pass.
Okay.
Thing.
It's gonna take me ages to fucking get you onto my screen, but at least I'll be on yours.
Yeah. Fucking beast mode right.
Beast mode right now.
Joined.
Equal.
This back up here. Get rid. Oh no! Come back. Take your reactive off this. There you go. Now wait. What?
Nothing.
Did I load in already?
No, you didn't.
Oh, cringe.
Cringe.
Stop whenever you load in.
In the summer split,
Okay.
DRX regressed hard as their bot lane.
Funny enough, I was talking to
replicate their
Mama
spring
Meringue
success.
about esports
Looking
because she
back
didn't
on their
understand the
games, a
concept
lot
of
that
them.
was the fault of Deft, who
Really?
might have
Yeah,
lost
and I was
faith
like,
in
yeah,
his
esports can like fill up
ability. He'd been
stadiums
playing
and
League,
shit. And
trying
she's like,
to
what do you
win
mean
Worlds
fill up
for so
stadiums?
many
I'm like, you know,
years.
like
It must have been
Madison Square
demoralizing to
Garden
be
and all that.
approaching the end
She's
of
like,
his
what?
career
And I was like, yeah,
from that
people
goal.
love
In
esports.
fact, Deft was about to throw in the towel, deciding that summer that if he didn't at least qualify for Worlds this season, he'd retire and get his military service over with. The path seemed set in
That's
stone,
so rough.
as DRX only ended up placing 6th in the regular season, just squeaking their way into playoffs. Even though they did make it to the knockout round, they were eliminated in the first round yet again, as their season was nearly over. Except, they had just snagged the very last spot for regionals. They had tied the Kwangdong Freaks in
I thought that said
championship points,
Kwangdong
the same
feces.
team
I'm
that had
sorry.
just beaten them in spring.
Oh,
Because
he's behind.
DRX
He's right
finished one
behind me,
spot
isn't
ahead
he?
of them in summer, they held the tiebreaker to qualify for the regional bracket's very last spot. DRX didn't have much
get
of a
over here.
chance. They'd have to win 2 best-of-5s to make Worlds.
We'll go back
Could
to being
only
a short
even
king.
qualify for Korea's #4 seed.
The short king.
But as
The short
Deft
king?
walked onto stage to play their opening series, he couldn't help but notice fans that had shown up to remind him his last dance wasn't done yet. Not only that, his old support Carria was in the crowd rooting to see if he could make it to Worlds alongside him. If all his friends and supporters
that's
hadn't
really
given up
cute.
on
That-
Deft's dreams,
Really
Yeah.
he
cute.
shouldn't either.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of wholesome. Oh?
Nah. Genuinely, this whole story is so scripted. Like, just get ready.
No. Not like this.
I remember this series. This shit was crazy.
Life has to flash himself out of the way. They just don't have the damage. Rascal off to the side. Can they get anything?
Oh.
No, the answer is
Oh.
it's Deft. Moving
Oh.
on forward. Vickler's
Oh.
gonna go down.
Oh.
And DRX
Look at him
will
go.
be moving on to face off against
Yeah,
Liz.
fucking best of
Eventually,
best of 4.
baffled by this series, Wolf.
Best of 5. My bad. I can't do math. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's, oh my god, it's gonna be so back and forth the whole way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh no, and they're gonna have to fight back from a deficit again. Oh, you fucking ripped him right over to the wall.
Flash towards Juhan. Always find safety in Juhan. As Prince is getting low, he is going to pull them all in, but guess what? Def can do whatever he wants at this point in time. He picks up a double.
Yeah! Yeah! Clutch up!
Soraka heals will keep him alive, and it's 9-0 for DRX. And this should be the ending fight. DRX are gonna push and go to
Oh, shit!
It's insane. It's actually
Against
insane.
impossible odds, DRX and Deft had only just snagged the very last spot to go to Worlds. It meant they'd have to go through play-ins, and certainly had a long road ahead, but Deft's career was going to last for at least one more event.
Holy shit.
It's insane.
That was insane, yeah.
League's World Championship is really on a scale unmatched in esports. This is a month-long tournament hosted across multiple cities where viewers are treated.
Oh wait, that
each
makes
and
sense.
every
That's about how long
weekend
playoffs last
competition
in
between
sports.
the best
Wait,
teams in
okay,
the
yeah,
world.
that makes sense.
2022's event was living up to that scale, as after a few years downsized by quarantine, this year's event was hosted across the US and Mexico, with 4 different cities and venues, each featuring stages. As Deft had stated,
swear, if I
in
find
years
out one of
prior,
these was in
Worlds
Meringue
almost
Land.
feels like a festival. It's just as much a spectacle,
Or at least
putting on a
in
celebration
driving
of
distance.
League itself. And like any good festival, part of the joy in Worlds comes with reuniting with old friends.
Aw.
Some of Def's friends had failed to qualify for Worlds this year, or
Oh,
were
she's gonna get the
already
Avengers
watching
together.
the event from their live streams back home, but others did qualify and gave him a chance to reconnect.
They all got the same fucking Nike shoes. Oh, well, I guess they all have the same uniforms, yeah. Makes sense.
경기에서 만나는 것도 재밌을 것 같고 뭐 경기에서 만나지 못하더라도 그냥 얼굴 보는
How
것
cute.
자체가
How
되게
sweet.
Oh shit, there you are.
Oh, hi.
작년에 이제 메이커 우승을 했는데 올해는 저도
That is a big fucking cup. Oh, shit.
It's gotten like bigger, like in recent years.
Boy,
It's
seriously.
huge.
Edward Gaming were a
Yeah.
team that certainly meant a lot
Edward
to Deft,
Gaming.
perhaps more than any of his other numerous former clubs. Not only was EDG where he won his one and only international tournament, along with countless other domestic cups, this was also the team that turned him into such a great player. From his support Mako to the hands-on coaching staff, EDG were the org that took a promising shy AD carry and turned him into a world-class superstar, resulting in so many accolades. This was the team, after all, where Deft earned all those MVPs, where he grew close to Chinese fans, so close that upon his announcement that he was returning back to Korea to chase Worlds, fans chanted his name with love, supporting him all the way.
Aww.
Even before DRX's
it's
first
so
game
wholesome.
of Worlds,
That-
Deft
it
was
seems very
tweeting
wholesome.
about how wonderful it would be to reunite with EDG at the main event. But to
It's
do
so
that,
funny because
he'd
the
first have to go through
the fan
play-ins.
base for League of Legends is
Play-ins
so
were to
toxic.
take place
but
in
the
Mexico
esports
City,
history is
with
so
a
wholesome.
format
Yeah.
similar to last
It's like
year's.
everyone was
Two
supported.
groups played a single
Everyone
round
was
robin with the top
Oh, there's my guys!
qualification
Hanwell Life, let's
The
go!
next few teams playing best of three.
Let's go! They're right seconds!
If DRX could get
let's
the top
fucking
seed in their
go!
group, they would earn automatic qualification. But that was a tough task this year, as they were drawn into a group featuring RNG, the defending MSI champions. When it was announced the single match between DRX and RNG would be played on day one of play-ins, kicking off the event for both rosters, tons of hype descended on Mexico City. Both these lineups should be making it out, but these two rosters had a chance
Non-US
to set a tone
esports
for
history
how their
social media
worlds
is
would
something
go.
for a while there.
And
IDK, how it
RNG
is.
came out
Oh no,
swinging.
100%. 100%
Oh yeah, I can imagine. I mean, if you look at the dichotomy here, it's like this is like, oh, he left to go back to Korea to focus on, it's like to do his career there, and everyone was all supportive. And then like the last video, it's like, this guy sucks, everyone hates him, they want him to crash. Hell yeah, that's my country, baby, I love it. Ah. Yeah.
Holds on to the trigger. Eyeball chains come out. Ball breaker.
Oh.
Assist. RNG first play.
In the earliest stages of their first match, DRX looked shaky as RNG were taking multiple dragons and repeatedly killing their top laner over and over, snowballing an early lead.
DRX
This was
is
the kind of start that teams
kinda getting
dreamt of
clapped
at
right now.
Worlds. But then came
Yeah,
the first
they were
team
getting
fight.
clapped in this series.
Inside the Twilight Shroud, and all of a sudden RG starting back
But
away.
Death
Reed
comes in.
has found a flank opportunity. Onto Death. Gets the leap in power. Did not use the counter strike. Holding on to it.
That's a
Infernal
different
James
game.
pulls backwards, and
Look at him.
Oh!
Look at him go.
Death picks up the first of the fight. He continues to fire away, uncontested, unchallenged.
Oh!
Forward, gets the reset. Waits for the jump.
No way!
So who's gonna be able to get away?
No way! Oh, he chased him down! He's chasing his ass!
Limping, no flash available. Gets at least one back for the Bud Light Ace.
And Death is showing us why he makes an appearance
Holy
on the
shit.
international stage.
Holy shit!
0-2 on the Tristana already. He's massive.
Deft
Hey,
was
yo.
already
Look at
looking
him.
phenomenal just one game into Worlds. He and DRX were able to take this momentum
9
and kept it
kills.
up the rest of play-ins as they went 5-0 to get that top seed and direct qualification to the main event. Def said later in post-game interviews that play-ins might have been a blessing in disguise for the team, as the early adjustment to the new time zone and the additional practice of these matches gave their still young roster a chance to really toughen up.
You got fucking Mercedes sponsorships? What the fuck?
정말 힘들었던
Yeah.
과정들이 많았고 일단 그냥 한 판 진 걸로 저희가 깨질 만큼 뭔가 쉽게 올라오지 않았던 게 도움이 되는 것 같아요. 뭔가.
Before long, the team was on a flight to New York City, where group stage and quarterfinals would be played.
New
In part
York
because they were coming
City!
from play-ins, DRX
Hell
were
yeah,
drawn
brother.
into a relatively
Watch a documentary
tough
about
group and
Chef
have
for
to face
T1.
one of the top teams
Oh,
favored to
no,
win
that's-
the
that
event,
shit is so
Top
funny.
Esports. Top
dear.
were China's number 2 seed, and some fans picked to win the event outright, so they should be a shoo-in to get out of groups. That meant when DRX dropped an early match to Rogue from Europe, their chance of getting out of groups was suddenly looking precarious. The team's second game was against Top Esports, meaning they were facing
Get that
down
banner
an 0-2
out of my
start.
way.
But Deft was at his best when it mattered most yet again.
Zeka looking for him once more. Everfrost does hit the slow.
Oh.
Barrel's coming
Oh.
over.
Oh! Got pincered, bro!
DRX are here to play. The corner is a flash, and Jackie's running for his life. Zeka misses the chains, but he stole the whirling death. He goes golden.
The commentary is fucking insane.
No. Fucking LCK commentators are so good. They just make jokes all the time.
0-0-0 Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Is melted. He waddled on the slow and was
King?
burst by the fourth seed
Huh?
from the LCK.
Oh, he got stunned. Oh. Deft, you have like 2 health. Look out, buddy. Ah! Did they fucking upset the
DRX
favorites?
pulled out the victory that not only
No.
gave the team more belief in their ability, but also gave Deft some surprise motivation.
Oh, okay, they tied the
As
series.
the team was
okay.
finishing off the win and shaking hands with their opponents, they came up on stage to do one final bow for the audience before going off to prepare for tomorrow. And it was there Deft saw EDG fans who had shown up just to cheer him on.
Aww.
Aww.
They got some crazy merch.
그 표정들이 그냥 너무 진심으로 와닿았던 것 같아요. 그냥 이 사람들이 진짜로 나를 진짜로 저를 되게 생각해 주는구나 그런 게 되게 너무 감사했던 것 같아요.
Yes.
By now, the whole world cared about Deft. Everyone was rooting for his last dance. This match ended up being vital, as when group stage wrapped up and all was said and done, DRX managed to just narrowly make it out of groups. Top had dropped
6-7!
Vietnamese team
6-7.
was
Yeah.
DRX, making it out of groups by just one game. The two would still have to play a tiebreaker to determine seeding for quarters, and as Deft knew plenty well, group seeding can make or break your world's run. That knowledge was probably why DRX played one of their cleanest games of the tournament to topple Rogue and win their group's #1 seed. It was an incredible start at Worlds for what was just the LCK's 6th place team. They were playing better than ever, their spirits were high, and everyone in their organization suddenly had hope they might be able to make a deep run in bracket. But to do so, they'd first have to...
Oh, I didn't even realize they had their names on their thing.
So badly.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
do
you
really.
can buy it with their names.
Quarterfinals were about to be hugely significant for Deft
Hey, yo.
for two major reasons.
I gotta find
the first of which being
I gotta find an
this
Oshi.
was the stage of Worlds where he always fell. Deft had made semifinals at his very first Worlds, but in the past 6 World Championships he'd attended since then, he'd been eliminated in quarterfinals of every single one.
Oh wait, the
Whether it
EDG
was to
jacket kind of
Faker
goes crazy.
or to
Looked like a
former
racing
teammates
jacket.
or friends, he always saw his Worlds dream die here, and once again, he was about to face a former team filled with friends. The second reason this quarterfinal was significant was the way the draw worked out. DRX's matches would be played on Deft's birthday.
Uh-oh.
A more perfect metaphor. For the
You
passage of
fucking
time,
joking?
reminding everyone that things have to come to an end. As Deft took the stage with DRX for their Make or Break series, I can imagine he must have felt the weight
cannot
of the
be.
moment, but he didn't show it, at least not to his younger
It's insane.
teammates, instead starting the series off with an optimistic comment.
재밌게 하자 얘들아.
Let's have fun, guys.
Put the wards down to get rid of
Let's
it.
kick some ass.
Back up. It's going to be claimed without Shockwave. The fight is harder. Zek a bit low on mana. That's a stun, but will it be enough?
Uh-oh. Oh. 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 Oh, shit. Cleaning house. Look out, Kingin. Oh. Chase him down, Deft. Uh-oh. 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 Back it up. Back it up.
Uh-oh.
Throw it back. Throw it back. Oh, you're getting chased. Getting chased. No. It's all right. Long game. Long game. Oh. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, they're split up right now. You gotta worry, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on,
This
come on.
series was so messy.
Oh my god, they're like body blocking for him. Ooh, good fucking move. Oh, he's traded. Oh, look out, Scout! Deft, no! Ah! Oh, what the hell was that?
Oh.
Deft, no. Oh, they are outnumbered, yeah. Falling behind. Oh, they're really falling behind. Go. Wait, hold on. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
우리 싸움 진행한 적이
Fuck,
없나?
that was so close.
사용돼? 왜 이렇게 긴장했지?
After Game 1, both teams returned backstage to review the match with their respective coaching staffs. The DRX coaches had plenty of positive takeaways from what they had seen so far, as their lineup actually looked really strong in Game 1. DRX took plenty of dragons as well as towers in the early and mid game. They had objective control. The
It's
big
getting
issue
split
was
up.
just their team fights, where
Yeah.
sloppy play here and there.
I was gonna say, that was real-
The
real
players
messy
probably
of
just
them.
had some nerves they were working through. They were going up against the defending world champions after all. So for Game 2, it appeared as though the lineup was encouraged to pick champions that they were comfortable with. When returning to the stage, Deft did exactly that, choosing Ezreal, one of his favorite AD carries, hoping he could carry DRX to win this match and even up the series. Almost all the spectators were rooting
What
for
is it?
him.
First to
Former
3, right?
teammates and friends from all over
Yeah.
the world were watching
It's
the
basically,
games, live streaming
best
their
of 5,
reactions
whatever,
as they pulled
yeah.
for DRX. Perhaps the only people rooting for EDG were EDG fans.
And
But
even some
they
of Ben.
knew
Yeah, I was gonna say.
everyone just how hard Deft worked and how much he deserved a shot at the World Championship. Deft was determined to work for that chance here in Game 2.
Come on, lock in DRX. Oh, barrel. Oh, wait, hold on.
No, it's fine.
Nominal, all right. Let's go clean it up.
You fucking the what?
Come on. Okay. Number advantage. Oh! Pysick is trying to cut him off, I think. Oh, finish him. He got him.
By the 30-minute mark, this second
6-7.
DRX. Although EDG were ahead in kills once again,
It's everywhere. I
DRX
can't
actually
escape
taking
it.
so many objectives, they were the ones with the gold advantage. They still needed to break open EDG's base, but after taking Baron, they were able to force some fights that evened up the kills and knock down a few inhibitors. By the 38-minute mark, Baron was back up, and if DRX could take this, they would be able to overwhelm EDG's base. EDG
Someone
knew
reached
this
over and
and
twisted
sent
his
everyone
nipple.
over to
They're
contest
on the
it,
same
using their
team.
top on their jacks. He had to use his teleport for positioning. They fought DRX off, but then left themselves somewhat exposed after pushing down.
Yeah, it's like a turbo button. It's just like, all right, I'm ready. Oh, hang on. Uh-oh, he's got a buffalo.
Viper does it again. The root from the Graviton stops Pioshik finding that pick on the Mako, which would have been the difference maker.
Get rid of those minions, bro.
Oh, this shit is so funny.
Can they stop EDG's Baron?
DRX just lost their
Barrel,
jungler.
what are you doing?
Had
Get
no
out.
Smite. EDG naturally responded by making a beeline for Baron, but in this split-second moment, Deft noticed something odd. In the last fight, Azir had used his teleport to join up with EDG, meaning the team had no teleports left. EDG's base was exposed, with all of them doing Baron, and nobody left to defend it, while Deft had his teleport up. This was his chance to take the game.
In the fight, DRX now a man down. Can they stop EDG's Baron?
I don't know if they can. They don't have a jungler here, and Barrel has no flash.
Wait, what? Oh my god! What a fucking move! What? That's insane! What?
Oh, the inhibitor stopped it!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that's the craziest in-hit respawn we've ever seen. But it is both.
No way! Oh my god.
It's so painful
Oh.
to watch.
It's so close, and Deft loses everything here. He loses the TP, loses the GA.
That was just that was such a crazy move.
Oh, this hurts.
After 6 straight quarterfinal exits in
So
Worlds,
EDG ends up
Deft was
winning that
behind
game.
O2, staring down.
No, because that thing spawned at that fucking exact second.
Yeah.
No, what is that RNG? What? No way, bro.
With all the pressure of friends, teammates, and rivals watching this series on the edge of their seats, this must have been the most pressure Deft had ever felt in his life. But if nothing else, all the heartbreak he'd been through had turned Deft into the kind of person who can handle that pressure.
Oh my god.
Oh, that wasn't bad. 괜찮아, 이길 수 있다.
Not over. It's not Jover. It's not Deft over yet. Oh. Quarter Pitzer. Oh, he traded. Hold on. Oh!
Scout has to burn his Zonias. Will the re-engage look good? He's silent.
Oh! Fucking wiped him out. Holy shit.
He gets the auto he needed. Flandre is low. Gets through posted.
Come on!
But here comes King and Farrell. He wants to walk in. They're going to throw in the run out of the Scout. Nearly dead. Gets the Zonias away. Gets away from the flash. Berserk in the backline. Is enough damage. It is not run out of
I love the crowd reactions. How is Sidekick alive? Holy shit, whatever the fuck you say his name. Oh, he can! Knocked up! In the middle of a game? In the middle of Worlds, buddy? Hell yeah!
On his birthday.
On his birthday, he gets pregnant. Oh, wait, hold on, hold on. I got separated. You gotta. Wow.
Or thereabouts.
Oh. Scout's dead. Yo, they're wiping him out. Come on. They tie it up! Yeah! Fuck yeah, the winner takes all! Holy shit!
Obviously doesn't have any mana issues. Seems like it's very low.
Oh! Oh! What? Dude, when the fuck are they doing this again? I need to go see these live. This is probably crazy.
It is insane.
How are they living? They're so low in health and they're still just eating them up. Oh, come on.
He stole the dragon.
What? What? Oh, stunned. What? How do they keep turning the table on him? A fucking ace and out of that?
It was a 4v5.
우리 쉽게 가는 판이 없네. 괜찮아 이런 게도 좋아. 야 선발전부터 이게 뭐야? 되게 재밌네. 재밌긴 하다 올해. 올해 진짜 재밌다. 와 롤 너무 재밌어.
942 days ago, Deft won a World's quarterfinal, and today, thanks to Zeka, he does it again.
I was unfamiliar with your game, esports. Holy shit.
Deft is able to remove the curse of quarterfinals, and he will find an incredible win over the reigning world champions.
Against the team that
For the
taught
first
him how
time
to
since his very first Worlds,
how to play really well.
Deft had made it past quarterfinals.
That
on
is
his birthday,
insane.
since he shared so many memories with, he finally overcame his biggest wall. Naturally, in this moment of triumph, Deft was brought on stage for the team's post-game interview. He was the star of the show after all, and everyone wanted to know what this moment felt like for him.
First
It's all right.
Happy birthday, Deft.
생일 축하드립니다.
Secondly, Deft, it's been 2,942 days since you made the last semifinal. What does it mean to finally be back?
우선 가장 먼저
LOL
2,942일
esports.
만에 4강 무대를 다시 밟게 되셨습니다. 데프트 선수에게 어떤 의미인가요?
Oh, love pizza.
Aww. Is that an undershirt or is that tattoos? I've been thinking this the whole time.
It's tattoos.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at him, dude.
안 울려고 했는데 갑자기 눈물이 나가지고
Break the curse, buddy. Break the curse. Birthday buff.
The whole world had been rooting for Deft, and finally, for once, they got to see him come out on top.
Yay.
It wasn't a world championship.
Oh my god, I'm
There was
tearing
no
up, dude.
guarantee this win wouldn't lead to another semi-final disappointment, but at least for now, in this moment, Deft could stand on
One
stage
shining
and feel nothing
moment.
but joy.
사실 매년 인터뷰 때마다 이제 롤드컵 우승권을 갖출 수 있는 경기력을 갖추는 게 목표다. 그러니까 뭔가 그런 얘기를 그냥 굉장히 많이 했거든요. 뭐 썸머 우승, 스프링 우승 이런 게 아니라 그냥 롤드컵 우승권을 바라볼 수 있는 경기력을 갖춘 팀이 항상 목표였었는데 지난 몇 년 동안 그냥 이제는 그 기회가 주어졌고 또
Heard about this guy like an hour ago, and I'm like so invested in him.
It's so good.
This is what sports are made of, man. These fairy tale stories.
I know.
Fucking love sports. Like that quote out of Moneyball is, "How could you not be romantic about baseball?"
Before long, DRX were on their flight to Atlanta, Georgia, where semifinals would take place next weekend.
Atlanta!
The last time Deft had made it this far
Yeah.
was back during his first Worlds in 2014.
I could drive there.
That was the year he was supposed to win it all with Samsung Blue, but
They
fell to
happen
their
in
sister
different
team,
countries
Samsung
every
White,
year.
who
This
went on
year
to
it's gonna
hoist
be
the
in
Summoners
Korea
Cup
Worlds.
instead. The dominance
I
of
can't
both
drive
their teams
there.
placed Samsung's squad at along with SK Telecom at the time.
Hold
In
on.
spite of their success, though, that year's offseason was the Korean Exodus, where Samsung lost almost every one of their starters from both rosters. Going into Season 5, the org naturally struggled, falling all the way down to the bottom of the standings in the LCK, just narrowly avoiding relegation. But in 2016, the team was reborn when they found Ruler.
Ultimate. Max pops his Alistar, stays a bit tanky. There's a flash on the exhausted Maha. Wraith gets pushed back in. Flashes away, has the Ignite burning down on him. Ruler, though, gets the kill, and he may go for the double. He gets it. This Ruler guy he rules.
Ruler was an AD carry
Wait, what?
from Korea's challenger
Hold on.
scene who proved
Yeah,
to
they're
be the
talking about
answer to
Ruler
all of
right now.
Samsung's problems.
Riot Games announced that the 2026 World Championship will be in North America.
Wait, really?
Hey yo. Hey yo.
I thought it was in Korea. Oh wait, no, it's Korean next year. Whoopsie.
Mod's looking.
Mod's looking.
I think my mods are asleep right now, actually. Fuck, none of them are near Meringue Land. Why is one in Allen, Texas? What the fuck? Oh, okay, it's a suburb in Dallas. Okay. God. Wait, are they gonna play at NRG? Wait a sec. Oh, they're playing at this Credit Union events. Oh, that's where the Mavericks play. Okay. Oh. And it also... Oh. Wait, Riot Games has an arena? That's pretty funny.
Yes.
That's pretty epic. What the hell? That's awesome. The one in New York City's in the Barclays Center. What? Oh, that's fucking insane! They play where the fucking Nets play, bro? What? Oh my god. Like, alright, I'm a world-class League of Legends player. I gotta go to Brooklyn, bro.
Coupled with the support player Core JJ, Ruler led Samsung back to relevance as they managed to finish
I'll make
top
the trip
4 in the LCK
to
summer
New York
before
City.
then qualifying for Worlds through Korea's regional bracket. As if that wasn't impressive enough, Samsung then made a run at the 2016 championship, going past group stage, deep into bracket,
Yeah,
and
Samsung.
coming
The phone?
just one game away from winning
Yeah.
everything, following
Okay,
only
I guess
the
that makes
final
sense.
match against SK Telecom. But Ruler
They're-
didn't leave the
they're
organization.
the old
He
DRX.
stuck with them and ran it back in 2017.
Huh?
Although Samsung failed to win
Yeah.
in both spring and
It's-
summer,
they're called the
getting
Sam-
two
okay,
bronze
bro,
medals in
Samsung
each
Galaxy.
playoff, They managed to qualify for Worlds yet again.
Where are my boys? I forgot their names already, actually. The bad team. The Manhwa whatever.
Oh, Nongshim?
Nunching, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, no, not Nongshim. It's Hanwha Life Esports.
There's something with an M, yeah. Oh. I was looking for all the names I was familiar with. I forgot this was a different section.
The most successful team other than T1 in Korean League of Legends history. Even to the date of this recording, they are the only team not named SKT to win more than one world championship.
Hanwha! That's my guy.
Corporation dropped their esports division after this world's victory, but the team
Drive to Worlds, pick me up along the way. My car doesn't work. You got it.
Staff, players, and organization
I need to go see an esports event in the fucking Barclays Center. That is insane.
Under the name KSV Esports, but soon rebranding in summer.
It's really funny because one's like Riot Games Arena, capacity 300.
Spiritual successors to
Credit Union Event Center, 8,000. Barclays Center, fucking 20,000. It's like fucking step up.
In 2018, they made their first Worlds under their new name after a run through the regional bracket.
I can go to Texas. I've never been to Texas.
Their first LCK.
Howdy.
In late 2020, they made their first
Hanwha! Not in the red! Let's go! Ow, I fucking slapped my microphone. Let's go!
After cementing themselves as a top 2 club in Korea. Much of their success could be attributed to Ruler and the other top players on these rosters, but a large portion of credit was given to the organization itself. From their infrastructure to their coaching staff to their experience.
Hold on, I gotta get into fucking esports. They got massage chairs, bro!
In Korea, and in 2022, they got even better. This season, Gen G had an opening in their lineup for a new mid laner to join the team, and they wanted to snag the best mid in Korea.
Hanwha mentioned!
Who had just entered
Chovy! It's so Chover. It's never been so Chover, bro.
He'd found success in the past few seasons with Deft under
so Chover for Hanwha.
Chovy is basically like
repay the favor to the AD carry. In the 21-22 offseason, Chovy came to Deft and told him he was going to turn Gen G down.
There is a realistic possibility I can get a Hanwha Deft jersey. Hold on.
Chovy's talent could help Deft finally win a world championship.
Hold on. I make smart financial decisions, I promise.
But Deft turned him down because he didn't want to sideline Chovy's career. He knew what a great organization Gen G were and encouraged Chovy to take their offer, which the mid laner reluctantly did, creating the Goliath of 2022. Across this season, Gen G did everything right, with Chovy and Ruler teaming up to give the club their best season yet. They finished top 2 in spring to follow up with a first place summer split, where after topping the table, Chovy took down Faker and T1 to win his first Korean championship. Gen G had kept their success rolling well into Worlds, where now Deft had to face another former teammate blocking his way to a world title.
He really is running through the Avengers right now.
DRX didn't have much of a shot in this matchup.
He's like, also this guy he went to school with. Also this guy who he was on team with. Also this guy who he turned down so that he could have a more prosperous career. Also this guy. It's like, what the fuck? No, Deft! What? Oh, okay. I thought he turned that around on him.
They see an opportunity they want to get it because Deft is waiting over the wall, but keep your eyes on the ultimate. It could be big, but it is not enough. Leaping in now, Chovy diving to the back line, taking the ultimate away from King In and finding the kill. Just like that, Gen G see their opportunity and they're right onto the parent.
Chovy doesn't have the TP, but there's the E.
He's just eating the top laner, doesn't even mind. He's a support, but he's got the team to back him up. Ruler gonna finish the job, and it is a slaughter.
Gen G dismantled DRX in their first season.
There is so much shit on screen with their graphics.
Commentators were
I know,
to
it's
remind
insane.
viewers as they let a depressing comment slip.
Sad thing is, I know exactly what's happening.
I understand like the top and stuff, and like on the. Okay, never mind. I don't understand what's going on the right. I thought I did, and then I was like, wait, no, I don't understand. And then the bottom, I kind of get. It's like their items and levels and shit. Like that one, I get. I don't understand the sides.
With the eternal debate
Oh my God, they
always
even got the
raging
walkout
over
music?
who the best AD carry was of all time, most fingers were now pointing away from Deft and straight towards Ruler. If he goes on to win another world championship, snatching
Oh, they gotta
away Deft's
walk this out.
last
Man, if this was
chance, then all
this is American esports,
The DRX
they would
lineup
never
really
make
was going
opponents
for
walk out with each other. There'd be a
Firstly,
fucking
they had a lot
fist
of
fight.
youth, meaning most of their players didn't know any better. The 4 younger stars on the team were still brimming with optimism going into Game 2, hopeful that they could win, even though they were against a team that had done nothing.
On second
but
thought, we
throttle
should start
them
doing that.
all year. The other thing they had
That
was
sounds
one
funny.
veteran
It
voice
does.
who
Like,
knew
these
right
two
from
guys who
left.
fucking hate each other, they're gonna walk out holding hands.
Kicking off to the side, the barrel's gonna be big. Zaka now leaping forward. Zaka trying to land everything. It looks like he's gonna take down Lahed. Lahed still standing. Lahed still alive. Cannot find him, but Kingan finding one. Kingan looking for a few.
Oh! Oh!
Zaka leaping forward, looking to lock Doran down. The flashback on the wall, but it's Chovy on the backside, but it's Chovy in turn.
Oh!
Chovy locked up.
Oh!
He dashes out. He's
Oh! He tried to get away! Oh!
Hens has the flash, has the ult for the stun. Now gonna find the lockdown, immediately gonna get the reset. Now he's the car making the large over. And brother will kill brother as a hostile takeover gets the job done. Ruler taken out. Chovy is here. Chovy will try to strike back.
Chovy, brother, I don't think you can take on 4 at once. Dude, I'm here for the energy from the crowd. It's selling me. Oh, Deft kills Chovy too? Holy shit, they fucking manhandled him that time. I have a headache. Yeah, I would too, buddy.
Middle of the pack to potentially divide these fighting for that opportunity. Now Chovy holding on the taunt. Now coming in, Kingan ready to go in over the wall. Chovy, goodbye.
Oh, it's so Chover, dude. 6-7.
Oh my God.
A single mistake at either side.
It's come up so much.
6K getting lower. DRX think this is their opportunity. Barrel looking for the knockup, and he does it. And it's the soul, and it will be a slaughter in the pit. Pyosik and Deft back to back as brothers.
Oh, finish him off. Finish him off. Finish off Ruler. Oh. Oh my God, they're barely losing health. Oh. Oh my God. It's a massacre. You're going to fucking California. They gotta go to California. Derogatory. Right, more scripts is crazy.
For the first time in his decade-long career.
Yeah, 3-1, no sweat, bro.
Grand finals. The dream he
Oh,
had
good.
for so long was never.
Tell me they
closer
played
to
in the
being
fucking
realized.
Lakers
What was
arena when they went to
fascinating for
Cali.
Deft, though, was how his
No, wait, they
feelings
went in San
changed
Francisco.
over
They're
the
playing in the fucking war. Oh,
As
there's
he
no
was brought
fucking
on
way they're
stage
playing in
for
Golden
yet
State.
another post-game interview to be asked how he felt being so close to hoisting the Summoners Cup,
No
he
fucking
gave an
shot.
unexpected answer.
What do you want to say to all of your fans throughout the years that will finally see you at Worlds Finals?
Cool, I guess.
우선 여기까지 오는데 참 오래 또 걸린 것 같고
Look at him, bro.
Well, you got to appreciate it. Oh man.
사실 뭔가 우승을 하려고 프로게이머를 처음 시작했는데 그 과정에서 이렇게 저라는 선수를 되게 응원해 주시고 또 제가 이기면 되게 기뻐해 주시고 지면 같이 슬퍼해 주시는 팬분들이 너무 많이 생겨서 그냥 이거 자체로 이미 우승한 것 같아요. 너무 감사합니다.
Deft had already gone through so much, I can only imagine what a triumph it must have felt like to be standing there now. Just this Worlds alone, he had overcome obstacle after obstacle. He had taken a play-in team to grand finals, overthrew old friends head-to-head repeatedly, and now stood 3 victories away.
I feel bad
from
that they
winning
have
everything.
to. They have this
But for the
whole
millionth time,
very sweet
he
supporting
wanted to
fan
win.
base, and then it's like,
He
all
wanted
right,
to
you gotta go
face
to Cali.
One player
Gotta
that
go to
always stood in his way.
California.
Baker.
Across the entire time Deft and DRX were on their way to finals, Faker and T1 had been set on the exact same trajectory. Coming off their summer runner-up placing in the LCK, T1 were given
Hanwha's Life Esports mentioned. Yeah.
It wasn't number 1, and
Please
they were
ignore
on
the
a
3
bit
and
of a
15 record.
backslide compared to their perfect spring split. But even now, fans believed the
Old
redemption
man
arc
still
was
has it.
finally here. For group stage, T1 were
There's
down
a
in Group A.
There's a meme. I don't know if you would have seen it, but it's like me at 25, and it's like, or no, it's like me at 30, and it's like, you know, I'm still young. I have my whole life ahead of me. And then it's like sports announcer, and it's like, he's the oldest man on the team. It's a miracle he's even walking. It's actually absolutely incredible. He's 32.
Oh my god.
They'd have to face North America's number 1 seed, China's number 3, as well as Europe's play-in qualifier, which was kind of a big deal, as all 3 of these regions.
I like the
had taken
T1
games
modeled
off
after like
T1
the
back
F1
in
logo.
MSI's group stage.
Yeah.
If
That's
SKT
pretty good.
is
That's
no
pretty
better
cool.
now than they were back then, this
The
group stage
fucking
might be tough. But as it turned out,
the presentation of everything is really nice. They make it a spectacle.
Yeah.
One more stack, he's trying to finish it, he leaps back over the wall, the bailout, not bailing in, here goes Faker! Today, baby, Mingo, take it down, T1, see their window of opportunity,
Oh.
they take it, they take the drink, they take
He's unstoppable.
nothing left on the map for EDG, this is a slaughter.
There was perhaps more going right for SKT in late 2022 than at any other point in the team's recent history. Their roster was
The guy
playing
had an
well,
insane
coaching
polka
staff
dot
had great
suit.
drafts, and Faker was almost like his old self.
Yes, we
He
see the
still had
fit.
a few misplays and mistakes here and
Oh.
there compared to his
I
godlike
remember
years,
Uzi.
but he was showcasing
I remember watching a
highlights
documentary about
that
Uzi. He's
reaffirmed
insane.
T1's international buff.
There's so many
But when it
characters
came
I'm
to
learning.
What pushed this T1 roster over the edge back to greatness, it was actually their bot lane. The team's AD carry was a player named
Let me break
Guma
it down for
Yushi,
you.
a name who had been hyped up for a number of years. Guma was notable in that he'd been developing under SK Telecom ever since he was a teenager back in 2018 as one of the org's young trainees. He showed promise early and often, but also had the additional motivated back.
Okay, dude. All right.
Greatest StarCraft 2 players of all time, eager to carve out his own esports legacy.
The 9-time StarCraft champion.
T1
Jesus.
had grown Guma into a great
Yeah.
player already, but in 2022, he really took his play to another level while paired up with the best support in the game.
Uh-oh. Aura farming.
Would have been a 5-member snare.
It's Carrier.
Carrier knows it's the best option. Another lamp. Oh, man.
Oh. Oh.
Take this champion away. The silences are too clean from Carrier.
Carrier's
My raid
move to
has
T1 a
ended.
year
I am
prior
once
was
again
paying
free to
dividends
pop-
for
to
the
pop
support.
and
It was
talk.
already great when playing with Deft on DRX, but nothing
I need to
compared
do
the
some homework
organizational
on.
power in Korea
I never thought I'd say
playing
this.
for
I need to
SK
do my
Telecom.
homework on League of
His
Legends.
addition to the club and synergy with Guma Yushi bot lane was really what pushed this roster from being great back to being legendary, and at Worlds 2022, it earned them a top group placing. SKT's bracket run began with a rematch of semifinals where
No
they
Hanwha.
joined
Boring.
RNG and quarters.
Snoozer.
Although RNG were a play-in team, this series actually started off pretty tense, as both Faker mid lane and Zeus top lane
I have to look
had
up
some
Hanwha.
pretty
I want to
rough
see if they. I
mistakes.
want to see their stats.
Akira
I'm gonna
and Guma
understand
Yushi
none of it, but I
were able
want
to
to.
hard carry
I
the
want
rest of the org
to
almost by themselves, all the way to a
Hanwha
3-0
Live
They're
Esports.
not satisfied with old rivalries and fourth seeds. They want number one. They want a shot at the best in the LPL. They want a semifinal, and they will get it as they face JDG in Atlanta.
Their semifinal was another Chinese
Atlanta.
matchup, as T1
wonder where
were
they
then
played.
sent off to face JD Gaming, the #1 seed from China, and most fans picked to win Worlds.
Probably playing with a Hawks.
China had won 3 of the last 4 World Championships, meaning even if Faker and T1 were Korea's best, they should be underdogs
Stand
in
them on
this
a rooftop.
series. It looked like
Get
they
the
were
flag machine
underdogs
going.
when JDG shut down Faker, Zeus, and Owner in Game 1 to take a relatively easy victory starting the series off. But then, T1's bot lane came through yet again.
They have not. Hanwha has not won Worlds. Is this true?
Yeah, this is true.
Always root for the underdogs.
Oh, he's gonna die. He's gonna get shut down.
He's gonna die! Not the Red Bull power play. Oh! Oh! He's in a blender!
T1 had taken down JDG to make
Holy
it to grand
shit.
finals.
They
Faker was
just
closer than ever
destroyed. They
to his
walked
redemption,
over everybody.
and Carrier was closer than ever
Why
to
didn't
his
I-
first
Not
World
tell me Starry is
Championship.
good with the sauce.
Now,
What do you mean?
just
What did
had
she
to
do?
beat the AD carry he promised.
I mean,
Worlds
she is
to do.
goated with the sauce, but what do you? What happened?
현석이가 저한테
We're literally the same.
시켜주겠다고 예전에 말한 적이 있는데 그
We're
약속을
bonding.
We're
Good.
bonding. Aw.
That's cute.
제가 이기겠습니다.
It was honestly absurd that this was going to be how Def's story ended. He either had to go and beat yet another former teammate and friend, or he would lose to the player that promised him a championship. All these matchups across this Worlds clearly weighed on Def's mind, as he
Why
knew
is
the
Red Bull
history
merch
better
so
than
good?
anyone.
I hate it.
제일 저는
It's so good.
I hate it because in every sport it's in, it's fantastic.
제가 아는
It's just
모든
the
걸
logo.
다
The logo looks great.
알려주려고
Yeah,
하거든요.
it literally cannot miss.
그런 사람들이랑
It's like they're in
같이
NASCAR again. They're in
적으로
Formula
만나는
One.
게 뭔가
They just do random
되게
shit because they just like random shit.
어려운 일인
Yeah.
것 같아요. 인게임
Like all the
안에서도
dirt
그렇고
bike
뭔가
stuff or
사람 대
something.
Yeah,
사람도
or like Felix Baumgartner, like the
되게
dude who jumped from
정이 많이
space.
드는
See, they did that.
그 어떻게 보면 가족
Yeah, I
같은
saw that.
Mm-hmm.
친구들인데
I watched that on my fucking Xbox 360. That was a long time
다시
ago.
잘해봐야죠.
I think that was like the first time I ever used Twitch was to watch that live
Even
stream.
with the
If
intense
it was on
friendship
Twitch.
between Deft and Carrier,
That's
and their
crazy.
emotions
Mhm.
riding high as finals week approached, that was not the story everyone latched onto. It was Deft versus Faker. These two players were born in the same city on opposite sides of a river.
For a second, I thought it was Atlanta. I was like, Atlanta doesn't fucking look like that. I've been to Atlanta.
Same split, and both quickly ascended to the top of the scene almost equally as fast. They were each Korea's best team going into back-to-back Worlds, and both played their roles at such a high level, they each sustained some of the longest careers in League, earning accolades as the best in both of their positions. And now, one was about to beat the other. Either Faker was about to complete his redemption arc, or Deft was about to win the one title his rival always denied. The week-long wait was excruciating, but after an eternity, Saturday night finally came.
Oh
All
my
of history
goodness.
had built to this moment.
The Aura?
The aura.
Was to distract, and distract he did. Drake secured as Faker goes in. Deft
I
is
swear to
alive.
God, if this goes the full series,
Ready for the re-engage.
like if it goes all 5 games,
I remember this so much. It was insane.
it's gonna go a fucking full 5-game series.
It's a fully forward. They started up Baron. Baron's gonna burn fast. T1 got it at half HP.
T1 Baron.
Barrel also at half HP. Eoshik and Deft ready to fight. Chains of corruption fly out. They're gonna fight free. Good for
Faker. Uh-oh.
Sayus tries to fight. Owner into the back line. Gonna pick
Look
one
at
back
that
up.
score.
Deft gets Guardian Angel out of Gumayushi as Eoshik is ready to fight.
Deft has one shot to kill the king, and he doesn't miss. Faker falls. Gumayushi and Zeus as well. Zekas team being in here, and Owner smites
the Smite steals.
Oh my god, it's blow for blow. Holy shit.
Finds the E, but now a TP is coming in. Now the ulti's coming over from Maokai. Now DRX have found Faker. The smoke will not save him, and DRX.
Oh my god, it's going the full game. It's going full length. Oh my god, you weren't kidding. This is fucking scripted. Get fucking nuts. If this happened in a movie, I wouldn't believe it.
No, literally.
우승을 할 만한 자격이 있는 그런 실력을 보여드리고 싶고 선수로서 페이커라는 선수가 굉장히 존중받아야 되는 선수라고 생각해서 그런 선수랑 이제 최고의 무대에서 보게 돼서 되게 좋은 것 같습니다.
I'll make him fight.
Just have to think about the next play. This is your last game.
Good show.
It's all decided here. TP coming in from Faker. T1 want to pressure down this mid tower. DRX not a lot of wave here to respond.
Barrel's getting locked down, but he gets away. Lots more damage pouring in, but not
Oh
enough to kill
my
each other
god,
yet.
they're all there.
Pioshik's coming around from the side.
Yeah,
King
deft.
into the flank now too.
Oh, flank. Oh. Look out, deft.
They're finding more damage as Oda's about to fall out of the ocean now. Zeus wants to fight against Kingdom. The ball keeps him alive, and DRX is winning the
Get him. Get him. Yeah, break him up. Get him. Yeah.
Yup, keep your eyes on Pioshik and on Barrel. DRX, they don't even have their jungler in the pit. They are not going to commit to the Baron. They are looking for some sort of a play.
Oh my god, Barrel. Oh, Faker again.
Faker, Carrier barely lives. He's trying to run away, but Zeka and Pioshik are still chasing him.
Oh, he fucking sniped his ass.
Drake gonna slightly reset.
Gonna come down to a smite by King, and it is off. Barrel has the ultimate back up. No carries on the flashes.
Ooh, look at the trap line. Look at the Caitlyn. He's trying to zone him away. Owner going in. Owner is now. The Drake secured. T1's jungle.
No.
T1's going to the base. They're going to the Nexus. Can they do it in time? Keegan comes back. Elder Drake in the lane. But what can he do? Q3. No damage just yet. Elder Drake.
Make it back in time.
This is it. T1 are so vulnerable and wounded. DRX have the Elder Dragon. 4 members now. It's on Kumayushi to hold the line. DRX are coming for their World Championship title. The Cinderella story. DRX are pushing in.
Wants to hit the raid. Keegan will go over. Kumayushi.
He's on a rampage. Yeah. Oh fuck, man. There's no way that shit comes down to that.
It's insane.
Fucking emotional over a game I don't even like.
Was finally a world champion.
Like, it's so hard to believe,
Yeah,
right?
it's
He was
fucking-
gonna possibly
In the
retire
post-game interview
if
on
he didn't
stage,
get
He's
this.
like, one more try.
Couldn't control his emotions. He was completely open
telling
to
you,
the world,
sports are
showing
fucking
everyone
romantic,
just how
man.
much this meant to him. When asked what he'd like to say, he thanked his friends, teammates, coaches, every player who had helped him across the years to reach this beautiful moment. But then, he just enjoyed it.
소감 부탁드립니다.
Take it in, buddy.
나이도 먹어서 이제 울면 안 되는 거 울어가지고 죄송하고
When is
But as
Hanwha's
it so
last dance?
happened, Deft wasn't the only one who couldn't keep his emotions bottled up.
Damn.
After having lost Game 5 of Grand Finals, Kariya couldn't help but feel his own disappointment. He embraced Deft congratulating him after the series win, but he personally was destroyed by the loss. The denial of worlds and heartbreak found in League had finally been passed on to a new generation, and Kariya was taking the brunt of it. Now he was the player who didn't know if he'd ever go and win worlds, terrified he just blew his one and only chance.
Oh, he did.
And in this
Well, that's
moment
good.
of hopelessness,
Twice.
Faker
3
comforted
times,
him.
actually. 3 times.
Worlds 2022 may have ended there, but League's story never does. Time continued onward, and as it so happened, none of these players chose to retire after all. Faker and Kariya pressed on with new motivation to get back to Worlds and finish their redemption arc, filling the following season with so much narrative, it
They won
deserves its
3
own documentary.
So T1 have won
Deft
Worlds
chose not to
3
retire too,
like
coming
3 years
back
in a
for
row after this.
2023.
Holy
Happy
shit,
to
they went on a
enjoy
fu-
however
It
much
fed a
time they had
dynasty,
left
holy
as
shit.
well. That offseason
Yeah.
was certainly filled with plenty of enjoyment, as well as plenty of attention. Even though not everybody cares about League of Legends in South Korea, for a brief moment, everyone cared about Deft. That's because of a line Deft said back in a post-game interview after DRX had dropped their opening group stage game against Rogue. While reviewing the match, the interviewer was asking Deft how DRX could bounce back from such a disappointing start with such a long road still ahead, to which Deft stated, "The important thing is the unbreakable
The
spirit."
indomitable human spirit.
Once Deft made it out of groups, fans began repeating the quote, and after DRX won Worlds, it became a national rallying cry. Soon the quote could be seen everywhere across the Korean peninsula, ranging from K-pop groups repeating it in interviews to sports websites using it in captchas. The excitement peaked when the World Cup came around and Korea's national team made an unexpected run, escaping a group of death with a pivotal last-second win against Portugal, which led to players celebrating by holding up the Korean flag with Deft's words.
Crazy is that?
That's I would. Can you send me this flag, please? Oh my god. That is so insane.
그걸 했는데 갑자기 그걸 보고 KBS에서 또 하겠다고 해서
네.
갑자기 인터뷰가 또 생겨.
완전 유명해졌는데요?
That was like I think it was this year or last year. I think it must have been this year.
But the national and international
There was there's like the 24-hour like endurance race, and like IMSA or whatever, and it's just 24 hours of racing. And the winner, or like before the race, there was like an Uma Musume sticker on one of the cars, and that guy ended up winning the race. So everyone's like, "Holy shit! Fucking Uma Musume won the 24-hour race." It's just like the littlest thing, the littlest niche gets it so much attention.
Much to him. What really meant more than anything to Deft was his friendships. Following his Worlds win, each former coach, teammate, and connection he had made over the years began reaching out and congratulating him on a job well done. Even his greatest foil couldn't help but give him praise.
이번에 처음으로 롤드컵 우승했는데 그럴 만한 자격이 있는 선수라고 생각하고 굉장히 축하한다고 말해주고 싶은 마음입니다.
I can only imagine how satisfying it must have been to have that weight lifted off his shoulders, to have come so far, worked so hard, and seen everything finally pay off after years
In the end,
of
it
falling
does
short.
even matter.
It must be a strange thing to be given such a storybook ending, because after that, what arc does your life take next? Nobody knows for sure what's next for Deft, or what else he'll find on this earth, but he's made it abundantly clear he appreciates everything that led to this moment.
One shining moment.
내년에 보여줘야지, 다음 경기에 보여줘야지, 다음 시즌에 보여줘야지를 10년 동안 반복했는데 그 끝에 다다르고 나서야 이제는 내가 맞았다 하고 말할 수 있는 결과를 낸 것 같아서 그게 너무 좋았던 것 같아요.
Oh god.
That's fucking storybook.
그것처럼 프로 생활하면서 언제가 제일 행복했냐면 사실 롤드컵 우승했던 날보다 그냥 여느 때처럼 팀원들이랑 먹고 떠들고 했던 그냥 어느 하루 그런 기억이 오히려 더 행복했던 기억으로 남을 것 같아요.
Fuck this guy, man. I'm getting misty-eyed over it.
그냥 사람.
It's a good thing I'm not drinking. I'd be a fucking mess right now.
No, literally same.
Oh.
살고 싶은 대로 사는 사람이 좋아하는 거 하는 거 좋아하고 싫어하는 거 하는 거 싫어하고 근데 정말 운이 좋게 좋아하고 잘하는 게 딱 맞아 떨어져서
That was fantastic.
What an amazing documentary.
Yeah. I love these kinds of things. That's like, I love YouTube because that's like, this is made out of pure passion, you know? Like something like that is just, yeah. It's not like, just like a documentary you'd see on TV. Like this is shit that people care about. Like they love this shit. That was awesome.
It was amazing when I experienced that live.
Yeah, that is something that I can't comprehend ever. Like witnessing that happen firsthand, because it's like you are watching history play out. There's like
it's incredible. It's actually incredible.
There's what is it? There's so many like NASCAR videos that are like that, like sports videos in general that are just like so, like as things are playing out, it's like there's no way this is actually gonna happen, and then and it does, and it's like fuck, dude, it's too perfect sometimes. Man, getting all mushy. Yeah. I love stories like that. I love sports. I love sports so much. In any form of sport, I love it. Give it to me.
So good.
I want to. At some point, I'll figure out a. I'll have to show you some off stream because I've already watched them on stream, but it was before I met you. What are sports? Wonderful gifts. Wonderful gifts. In any form. Because how the fuck is this video?
Wait, which video?
2 hours right in the middle here.
Is that a fucking fish?
Fish.
Fish.
2 hours and 10 minutes of fish. I'm kind of tempted to put that in later, actually. See what that's about. Don't know what it could be. It doesn't have a title.
Later. Okay, buddy.
Holy fuck.
Oh god.
Well, I think I should raid out. I've kept you 4 hours.
It's okay. I've enjoyed it. I've very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was good. It was very, very good.
Good.
I'm probably gonna raid into story actually. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me and letting me talk your ear off about NASCAR.
Thank you for letting me talk your ear off about League of Legends.
Honestly, anytime. I was very nervous at first. I was like, oh man, I don't know, man. Like I don't like League, but then yeah, that just framed it in such a way that made it like League was just like the vessel for the story. So it was like
Yeah.
Ah, damn. That was good. That was fun.
Oh, amazing.
Yes. I'm gonna raid into Starry. Make sure you hang around for raid, everyone. Thank you again. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm probably doodling. Oh. Maybe
We're
a
probably
little.
drinking and doodling, I think.
I can probably can't go crazy, but I can definitely have something because I'm gonna get up a little later in the day for work the next day.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys again. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye-bye.